Alrighty. Welcome to episode 3 of Group Game. Last we left off, there was a couple characters in peril. They were in a Suburban. That'd be Tank, Adiran, and Felix. We're all in a Suburban as a colossal creature walked over. Huh?
Who's Tank? You Patrick Tank.
Oh shit! I just I literally just called him Tank.
Yeah,
it was Patrick.
I
That's
mean,
'cause
he
he's
is
black, dude.
He is a
There
tank.
you go, I figured it out. It's just
No, like legit.
fucked up now.
I just literally always reference Tank in our
Tank is a black
in
character,
campaigns. Anyway, bring it back. So, Felix,
He's my
Patrick,
man.
and Adiran were all in a Suburban that was it was just now daybreak, just getting to that point of daybreak, as a colossal creature with giant tentacles walked over the Suburban, and the tentacles felt up the vehicle in a very harassy way. Adiran woke to the shaking of the vehicle, and just about a quarter mile back, a little less than a quarter mile back, was another Suburban that had everyone else. It had William, it had Billy, Jesse, Kelly, and fucking, what's your name? Blanco. She fucking changed it on me, so I forget. It had Blanco. So Blanco, Jesse, Kelly, William, and Billy were all in this other vehicle, just behind, about a quarter mile back from that one, in a very similar SUV type vehicle. They saw this happening. They all woke, saw it, and yeah, now it is daybreak as we jump back into the session. 10 minutes has passed. Light is shining. You, Adiran, and Patrick, and Felix have all awoken in the vehicle, and you have seen like these giant tentacles just feeling the windows of the vehicle, and you can kind of see up through the sunroof that there's like this giant creature standing over your vehicle. You look through the back window and you can see, about a quarter mile back, that they're all watching through the front windshield of their vehicle, and they're just seeing as this creature stands over this giant creature stands over you. And it's been about 10 minutes, and light is shining on it now, and day is breaking. What would you like to do?
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, of course, the first thing I want to do is just get Patrick in my arms.
Patrick's close. Patrick has he's
I want to firmly grip that muscular buttocks.
as per usual.
Hey, whoa. You don't know about me and Patrick that well.
I know 100% about Patrick.
So I want to firmly grip Patrick's buttocks, and I want to say, "Hey, baby, we're gonna get out of this. Everything's gonna be all right." And then, so we have Felix, right, in the.
Felix is in the front seat.
In
You
the
guys
front
were in the
seat,
back
sorry.
with all the seats laid
Okay.
down, and he's up in the passenger seat.
Honestly, this is where I'm new. I'm new, so I'm still learning quite a bit. So can I flee out of the Suburban, at least try? Do I have to roll?
You can absolutely run.
Okay, I totally want to run.
It'd be totally based on. Do you want to communicate it to them, or do you just want to go for it?
I mean, okay, is this guy big enough to pick up the car and throw it, basically?
It's colossal. It's,
Yeah, so
it's
I need to
huge.
get the
It's
fuck out of the
standing
car,
very
basically.
high.
So I want to. I'm gonna in character. I want to warn them, obviously. So
Tell me.
Be like, hey Patrick, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I love you. Just listen to me. And then I'm gonna look at Felix, and I'm gonna be like, hey Felix, let's get out of the car now.
Felix is like, oh man. Okay. Okay. Like, you, what? Like, run?
Man, do you see this tentacle?
There's like tentacles like over the hood, just kind of like rubbing the hood and the front windshield, and you can very obviously see the suction cups of it on the windshield.
Just listen to me, please. We need to get out of here. And then I would like to So can you describe more? Is he like grabbing the back of the Suburban?
He's not grabbing any of it.
So it's just suction cupped on the top.
He's not even suction cupped to it. He's just kind of rubbing his tentacles along the sides and the front of the vehicle. As you've been sitting there, you could only guess at it by looking through the sunroof and on the sides, but you can guess that you're seeing about maybe 10 tentacles that are pretty thick. I mean, they're about your body width thick. Very large. And there's about 15. There is one on, like, that's kind of like sliding across the back hatch.
Right.
But yeah.
So I would want both of us to try to go, or I saw three of us, to go out the passenger side until Felix to go out the. Anyways, so like, Felix, go out the passenger side door, and then Patrick, baby, we'll go out the. Would it be the back?
The hatch? The back hatch?
No, I don't want to go out the back hatch. I want to go out the side door.
Like passenger side door?
Passenger side door.
Sure.
Like the back.
So you want to run the same direction?
Yeah, same direction.
Okay. Patrick is through and through. He's ready to ride or die with you. But Felix isn't so sure. Felix is pretty scared because, you know, it's a pretty scary situation. So I want you to roll charisma to convince him to...
Charisma check?
Yeah.
Charisma's motherfucker.
You got a natural 14.
And then charisma, I have a 1, so 15.
So we got 15. So you tell that to Felix, and he's like, all right. We'll book it. We'll run for it. Sounds good.
Okay. So I want to open the door, and I want to start fucking sprinting towards the other Suburban.
Everyone just wants... Oh, you want to run? Get outside and just run back?
I want to run back to the boys, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So,
stay right there.
you open the door, and as you're opening it, like the tentacles, they weren't holding it closed or anything. They kind of like move pretty flowy. They're not like seeming like they're like aggressive or anything. And Felix opens his door as well. You all get out of the vehicle. Patrick right behind you. Do you want to close the doors or leave them open?
Just leave them open.
Leave the open. Okay. So you just take off. Patrick right behind you, and Felix behind Patrick. You take off towards the back of the vehicle. Now there's tentacles kind of like flowing in front of you, like, you know, moving back and forth. But you're able to dodge them. You know, they're not moving fast or anything like that, and you can kind of slide past them pretty quick. You actually get out of the range of the tentacles, and you're just cooking it. You book it, it's a quarter mile, so you're able to make it there, you know, pretty fast. And you reach the vehicle, and of course you guys all saw this as they left the vehicle and ran directly towards you, and this colossal creature still just standing there, just feeling the vehicle.
Oh shit.
Wait, so am I running right now, though?
No, you're like at the vehicle.
Okay, gotcha.
Didn't we just like wake up though?
I said it's been 10 minutes.
Creature doesn't seem like it's like trying to get him or anything.
Outside of
The
our
creature
vehicle.
doesn't seem like it's gonna get him.
It didn't look like it. No, they got out of the range of the tentacles that were directly next to him. And yeah, it doesn't look like it tried to chase them or grab them or anything. Lock the door.
Just gonna open the door. Like, dude, what the fuck is that thing?
I have no idea.
I say we did, man.
Just get in the fun car.
It's up to you, man. Patrick and Felix are like following you at this point because you seem like the guy with the plan. They look to you for answers.
What the fuck's getting in the car gonna do?
I mean, you already passed on our car.
Okay, so that means we need to pass this car too and get the fuck out.
No, it was already on our car, so like obviously it's not looking for.
Well, it was never.
No, it was never on our car. We heard it.
Oh, I thought that's what the shaking was earlier.
No.
Shook him.
Shook
No,
my
but
server.
before it shook his car,
It
we
woke
said
me-
we felt like a.
A shaking from it walking.
Oh, yeah. From it walking. That was the vibrations. T-Rex type shit.
So, how tall it is, like from what I can see, or how long is
Roll a perception check. Was it going to be intelligence?
it?
I guess that would be more of a,
Probably wisdom, right?
yeah, wisdom. So roll with your wisdom.
3.
Ooh. No, just with your wisdom as well. 3. Okay. So you look at the creature, and it's tall. You can see it's very big. It's at least as big as a building, but like a tall building.
Oh. Alright, I see that. Guys, that thing's like almost as tall as like a building, dude.
We can see that.
It's definitely
We should book
maybe
it.
20 times the size of the Suburban.
Listen,
Sorry, my character has sleep apnea, so he's like still really
I
tired
have
right
to
now.
keep Patrick safe. We have to go.
Which way do you suggest?
Let's go towards the woods.
No, actually. To your
Highways.
left and your right is mostly just open fields.
Oh, it's just open fields. I
Open
was
fields.
assuming. Sorry, I was assuming it was woods.
There you go, assuming again. You son of a bitch.
Sorry. Asking all them questions. Guys, we should just book it to the fields.
I think you guys should just get in the car. Just wait in the car for a minute, see what happens, and then if nothing happens, we're good. If it starts throwing this car in front of us around, then we'll ditch this car and, hide in the ditch or something. That's what you're supposed to do, like with tornadoes and shit.
Yes.
Yes.
This,
point, he
this,
has a
yeah,
point.
this is exactly like a tornado. This is just one of the Titans.
It's just what they taught you in high school, It's just,
Yeah, you're gonna get underneath the desk too.
What? Yeah, I dropped
maybe under
out.
this car. You dropped out.
When we start dribbling the car, and you're underneath it, and you're fucked.
So, so I want to walk away from the car for a second.
Which direction? Towards the creature?
No, to the back of the car.
Okay.
And I want to talk to Melina for just a second.
Okay. So you kind of walk out of. You guys see him kind of walk off by himself towards the back of the vehicle, but he's to where he's out of earshot of you guys. And
Melina, what should we do? What do you think?
no response.
Melina, I need you, please. We have to keep Patrick safe. Fine. I just want to walk back to the car.
All right.
And then I actually want to get into the Suburban.
Okay. So you
So I'm gonna
you approach and
Patrick and Felix, let's just get in the car and see what happens and wait it out.
Well, I didn't try to hotwire this car previously, right? It was the ones that were before it.
correct. You have
Alright.
not tried to hotwire this.
I'm going to-
You and Patrick and Felix all join the crew in this suburban type SUV vehicle.
Alright, I would like to try that.
Sure. Give me a that's gonna be an intelligence check. All right. Roll me an intelligence
14.
plus.
No, it's 12 plus 2.
Okay, so 14. You get underneath, and you pop the console, and the wires fall down, and you look, and you got a pretty decent understanding of the electrical. So you're like, okay, I can fuck with this, and you start messing around, and you actually get a spark out of it, but the vehicle doesn't start.
Oh, shit. Try it again. Well, boys, I think we're getting a spark over here, but my battery might be dead or something. I don't know too much about cars.
If there's a spark, that means this car has more battery than the last one we tried.
Okay.
So give it
Let
another
me
shot.
get down there and give her a try.
MrHotWire.com.
Let's see what Rich Boy knows about hotwiring cars. Not a whole lot.
What's that? 1?
6.
6. So you kind of push him to the side, and it's a really cramped vehicle. I mean, there's at least 8 of you in there, and you kind of try to slide past, and you get underneath, and you're reaching with one hand, and you're trying to hotwire it. You actually shock yourself a little bit.
Jeez. Alright. I'm like, alright, get out of the way, amateurs.
Didn't we say that you should have been the one hotwiring cars away from the
that's why I
get-go?
said that. I'm like, alright, get out of the way, amateurs.
So everyone's gonna
You're such a
hotwire.
chode.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Amateur.
Is it
Hotwire.
intelligence, right?
Yeah,
12.
12. Okay. So you get out of my way, amateurs, and you crawl in there, and again, he's in the driver's seat, and there's just no room to really get around. You just reach one hand in there, and you get a spark as well, but you just
Alright, guys. Leave it to the Mexican. I got this.
you're gonna just keep trying this until you roll a decent number.
Oh, 20.
20. All right. You're like, fuck this. You push them. That they're trying to lean over you, and you just elbow them out of your way, and you get down there, and you're like, pray to the gods, and you spark it. You spark it. And you spark it, and finally, the engine turns over. Vroom, vroom, and it's on.
How much gas does it have?
It has got a half a tank.
Hell yeah. Alright, boys. Are we gonna run this car straight into that monster or what?
What? No, what?
What?
I'm jumping out with my daughter, Billy.
Is this thing like is it big enough where it's like taking over the entire like lane?
Actually a little bit more.
Okay.
It's very large.
And is
at least a building, or like a really tall building.
oh is it on a highway where there's another road going, opposite direction?
No, it's a 2-lane highway, one lane going one way, one coming the other. They're right by. It's
And this thing's blocking.
It's like driving on
all of it.
13. That's the highway you're on.
Okay.
And yeah, it's not like its feet aren't necessarily on the highway. You could technically drive under it, but there's tentacles kind of going low, and
Gotcha.
it'd be a risky move. But
So we
It's
turn
up
the
to you.
lights off.
Well,
it's
this
day now.
Oh.
Like day has slowly been growing
So
over
we go
this,
the other way.
back towards Hilltown,
we're supposed to be going to what? Bridgeport?
Bridgeville.
Bridgeville.
Blanco, can you drive a fucking car?
Boy, I can drive a car.
Is,
I used to have an
Escalade.
Escalade, yeah.
is like anyway, just like go off-roading for a hot second and get around it. Like out of its.
It's up to the.
It's,
I mean, this
I
is the
get-
this
when
is
you, like,
this is
search
our
it-
you want
quickest.
to roll perception? See if maybe that the ground isn't too wet, that you wouldn't get it stuck, or maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Natural
natty.
20?
Yep.
Natural 20. So you look out over both sides, and you do notice that the ground looks pretty soft. I mean, it looks like... I mean, it's soil that has not been planted on in a while, but it's not dry. Looks like it's gotten a good amount of rain. So it'd be risky. You can tell that it would definitely be risky to try it.
Well, here's my thought is, well, if we ditch the car and we go into the field, then it's just we could either A, run into more of these things, or 2, just be completely lost off the path, and this is the best way to get to the next town. So I think we gotta risk it.
Just keep Patrick safe.
I'll try my best.
I mean, this thing's not threatening us yet, so.
Alright. Should we...
I want to be on a window seat with
Wait,
my daughter Billy right there on my lap. That way, if anything goes wrong, it's fucking whoop.
You were in the driver's seat, but you apparently gave it up.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to drive. I didn't have an Escalade. I had a Bugatti.
I only know how to drive beautiful sports vehicles.
And half the time he probably wasn't even driving, someone else was.
No, for sure.
Exactly.
Rich boy.
I was in the back end, wasted.
Rich boy proud.
My hot wife.
yeah, so I think we'll just floor it, balls to the wall.
Go under him. So you want to do?
I mean,
Alrighty.
I think it'd be easier to go off the side of the road and like over it, as opposed to going under it. There's like kind of more of a narrow window right there.
Right, but sorry, I should have told you this, dude. That soil is completely fucked. It's super damp. I don't think we should do it. We'll get stuck.
All right. Guess we're gonna go under this bitch.
Let's make it climactic.
Look out for the tentacles.
Can you give us more information about this vehicle? Does it have 4-wheel drive?
It is an SUV. Do you want to examine the vehicle? Give me a kind of like a search check. See if you can't
Hold on,
look at the
Blanco.
buttons.
Let me check this vehicle out. Wow, fuck. I got 3, plus it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, you're looking at the buttons, and there's a ton of like 1s and 3s and 5s and knobs. And there's like a whole like
R,
digital.
D, and-
It's like a whole digital front. You know, like.
Well, Blanco, if you think you can save Patrick, let's fucking go for a ride.
All right, buddy. All right, then I just put it floor in it.
Right under the vehicle or under the creature.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, I need you to give me a drive check, which
It's a ride check.
it's gonna go under.
Could you ride check? Yeah, Dex.
Yeah, I mean probably.
Yeah,
The
I would.
most.
Yeah, I would do ride. Do a ride check. See if you can't maneuver this shit.
All right. Oh fuck. That's 12.
12. Alrighty. So you take the gear shift and you shift it into drive. You throw on the pedal, and bam, you're off. You're taking off towards it. It's a quarter mile, so you get there pretty quick, and the creature, you can see, kind of turns and notices that you're driving directly towards it. And you go to cook directly under it. I need every single person at this table to give me a fortitude saving. Or a reflex.
Reflex.
Sorry, reflex.
13.
That's a 20 total.
Ooh. What'd you get?
What is under Dex?
Dex.
So I got 12.
So we got a what?
5.
5, 12,
13.
13, 20. Alrighty. So you're driving directly under it, and the creature notices, and it startles just slightly, and it takes a step back. Bam! Steps directly on the front of the vehicle, throwing it to the side. As the vehicle rolls, you guys are flying over the vehicle, none of you wearing seatbelts, and one of you
Dies.
dies! Oh, it's directly here. My bad. Matt, you weren't focused enough. You were thrown into this across the vehicle, and as it rolls, it lands on all fours, but you actually get ejected through the front windshield. Bam! And you hit the ground for 2 damage. You guys land about 30 feet, 40 feet away from this creature.
Behind it or in front of it?
In front of it, because you get through as it steps on you, and it completely throws the vehicle, and you spin out and you roll about twice before you land on all 4 wheels in the field. But you get ejected through the windshield.
Patrick.
Are its feet like tentacles too?
No, its feet are giant, like picture an elephant's foot, but much bigger.
Patrick, baby.
It's like, yo man, I'm good.
Okay. So I want to initially just get out of the vehicle.
All right, you just want to jump
I'm
out.
assuming it's fucked, right?
It's not still running.
Yeah.
Oh, the vehicle.
Yeah.
You gotta do a check on it, but as of right now, as far as you can tell,
Honestly, I
every
just want to get out of the vehicle.
every window is shattered. The roof is kind of caved in. Everyone's kind of got maybe like cuts and bruises, but
I want to make sure Kelly's
for
alright.
the most part, everyone's fine. Kelly did a jump in the back seat because you guys were still in the way low, and when it fucking spun out, she hit the roof and came back down and hit, and she took a little bit of damage. She looks a little concussed, but she's other than that, she's physically fine. So you get out of the vehicle immediately. Patrick follows, and you
And I also want Felix to come with us.
call to him. You gonna let him know?
Felix.
He's like holding his head. He's like,
Are you okay, Felix?
"Yeah, man, I'm okay. What's up?"
Come with me and Patrick.
And he like looks around the cabin. And he's like, oh, and he notices that it looks pretty fucked up. So he's like, "All right, yeah, let's get out." He follows you and Patrick as you get out of the vehicle. And as you get out of the vehicle, you notice about 10 feet away from the vehicle, over on the concrete on the cement, he's laying.
So
He was ejected from the vehicle.
I would like to rush over to William. Sir William.
All right. So Patrick and Felix kind of like they're going slow, but you notice them and you try to dart over them directly. What do you guys want to do?
I want to help Kelly out of the car.
Okay. So you want to go through the back hatch?
Is my leg broken?
Yeah. Serves as the easiest way to get out.
I definitely use some staples.
So the door, like you'd have to climb over the seats, but yeah, the door is open. That they had just opened, so you can go out that way. It's your best route. Billy's in the front seat. She seems fine, and she's able to crawl out the windshield. What do you?
How do I see how close this thing is to us?
It's within 40 feet.
Fuck. Shit, dude. I actually kind of just want to play dead.
In the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that. Alrighty, so you just like lay down, fuck this, and as you're heading towards William, who's laying on the concrete, you notice that one of the tentacles is slithering its way across the concrete towards him.
Dude. Fuck.
You're awake. You're
So
not
and
unconscious.
I'm to him now, right?
You're not to him yet. You're running to. You're about halfway.
And the tentacle's about to.
Yeah, and you noticed it that the tentacle's like getting close to him.
I'm gonna use my Swift, dude. I'm gonna use my
Can
Swift.
I like shout to him? Maybe try to get him. Are you conscious right now? Is he conscious?
Swift?
Yeah, no, like I'm good. Like,
Just
Can he see the
I mean,
tentacle?
I will.
Yeah, he can definitely see the tentacle.
I'm gonna use my swift.
Use Swift. All right, that's an active. Oh, that's passive. Yep. So you just get up and you walk away. Like you want to just like.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. You just want to. How far do you want to go? Is there any direction? Just run away from it up the road.
It's 5 spit or.
Yeah, well,
five-
that's
five
for
it.
combat. We're not in combat,
okay.
so you don't really.
I just want to go back to the group.
Okay, they're all
Like-
like surrounding the vehicle, which is still only like 10, 15 feet away from you. I mean, it's pretty close.
Let's go back there, gather, dip.
All right. So he's running towards you, and you see him, and you get up, and you see this like tentacle, and you just like hop up and run to him. You both turn around and head back to the vehicle, where everyone's kind of getting out, except it looks like Blanco might be unconscious.
William, are you okay?
I'm good, man. A little banged up, but I'm good. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go. But we have to go back to Patrick.
We will. Let's go.
Well, you're with Patrick. Patrick's outside the vehicle with you.
I thought we were running back.
No, you again. This is only 15 feet, so like, he wasn't too far from you from the get.
Hey, Patrick's right there.
I'm sorry. And then okay.
So everyone has gotten out of the vehicle at this point. Billy seems all right. She's like slid down the hood and she's standing there. Yeah, and all that's left is, like I said, Blanco's in the driver's seat and he looks unconscious.
Jesus fucking Christ. We should have just stayed in the car, waited it out. You know, it wasn't threatening us yet. Pull my gun out just to get ready.
All right.
I'm gonna go try and wake up Blanco.
All right, so you walk around to the driver's side and the window's bashed out. He's just laying there, seemingly unconscious in the front seat.
I'm gonna shake him. Blanco, wake up.
Mama.
I'm gonna give him a good slap ski.
Oh, shit. Non-lethal.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe fucking like that.
Okay.
You good, dude?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. What happened? What?
You crashed our car.
No. I could
Hey,
have done that.
dude. It's an SUV.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Where is everybody?
Open your eyes.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Oh, and then I see like the giant fucking thing.
Yeah, which is not far from the vehicle.
Dude,
Dude, we gotta go. We gotta go.
to go. Okay, and then I get up.
Pull him out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Oh, fuck, I think my leg's broken.
Those were listening on that.
All right, so he gets you out of the vehicle and you're fine. You're good to go. He's, Josh is bleeding out of his head. Referential humor for you podcasters that don't know us. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are all out of the vehicle, standing kind of at the front, and this creature, it like retracted its tentacle, and it looks like it's turned away from you, and it's walking towards Hilltown, like very slowly because it's very slow to move. But yeah, it's like turned around now. It's walking pretty much down the highway towards Hilltown.
That sucks for Hilltown.
So I mean, Blanca, thank you. For what? For helping us help Patrick. I almost killed him.
Yeah. I think we're in a little worse fucking shit now than we were.
Is the monster
before.
like past the other suburban yet? Is it like
Yeah.
The monster's gone.
boom?
Did you go blind in the car accident?
No, he's nearsighted.
He forgot his glasses.
Isn't Hilltown the town we just came from?
So it's heading that direction. It's still close to you guys, but it's just like a,
But it's walking away.
yeah.
So Blanco fucking saved us.
I don't.
I try my best, guys.
You would.
Whatever you want to think, Arnie.
Sardine.
Sorry, Dean.
Hey, since the
Take
monster's
this, you
kind of yeah.
Okay.
I'm at 9 now.
All right.
What of it?
Just making sure.
Shouldn't you be like really fucked up? You got ejected from a car.
Yeah, but he's got hard constitution. He's good.
Hey man, I survived the last one just fine.
Alrighty. So yeah, what's the move? They're walking away.
So guys, I think since the monster's walking towards Hilltop, we should definitely go and try the other Suburban to see if we can hotwire that one. Or at least, Mr. What? What? We don't. You want to walk everywhere?
I don't think that's a bad idea. I'd be willing to try again.
What about Mr. Hacksky there?
Oh, on the Facebook. Alright. Okay. Continue. So what, you want to head over to the vehicle and upload? Okay.
I would like to.
Alright, so you, who wants to hotwire it?
I'll go for it.
I wanna take Patrick and my buddy Felix, and I wanna start walking.
Just up the highway?
Just up the highway.
Just, east?
Just towards the.
Towards Bridgeville, which is east? Sure.
Walk with him.
Alright. So, yeah, the four of you, I mean,
Kelly by the hand.
Kelly's going with you. She's like a little concussed. Doesn't know what's going on, but she's looking hot as hell. So it's okay. And so pretty much everyone starts heading that way except Billy sticks with William, and Felix ditched you. So it's just you and you, Billy, and William, Blanco, and you guys head over to the vehicle while the rest of them just start walking east up the highway.
Okay. So yeah, I'd just like to open the door, get into the console.
All right, so you you open the door and same old. You knock the console open and give me a wisdom roll.
Is this the same type
Or
of
intelligence? Sorry.
Is this the same car, the exact same car that I did it before?
No, it's not the exact same vehicle.
Okay.
It's in 08. Okay. That was.
It's a little bit different. 18.
Ooh. All right, so you pop the console and you start sparking it up, bit, and then vroom, fires
Cool.
into gear.
How much gas?
About a quarter tank.
It's enough. Alright. And I'm like, yo.
Shoddy.
Fucking get in. Crank the tunes, what's playing?
Obviously, they have like Christian radio,
Oh, okay.
like tapes that are like
Gotcha.
put in.
I'd rather sit in silence.
Alright, then I'll just pump or put my foot on the gas and just run straight for Patrick. I'm gonna kill him.
Dude, please tell me you're joking.
I'm absolutely joking.
All right, so you hop in the vehicle and you hop around, get shotgun, and Billy hops in the back and you close all the doors. And as you go to throw it in gear,
Billy, buckle up,
adjust your mirror and start to get ready.
Throw my shades I didn't have on before.
Yeah, and you feel a rumble, like an intense rumble across the ground, and then you guys feel it as well.
No.
And it's very shaky.
Earthquake!
Oh, look around.
They teach us these things too in California high school.
You look around.
Yeah.
Give me a search check or a look check, whatever it's called. Spot check is what it is.
What is it?
Spot.
Wisdom? Intelligence?
Wisdom.
Ooh, 14.
Ooh, so you turn around and there's nothing, or the creature is way far down now because it's walked quite a bit, and I mean it's still in sight because it's huge, but it's gone farther away. So this isn't that creature. And as you look through all the windows, nothing is around, but the ground is shaking. You guys walking towards Bridgeville also feel the ground shaking.
Alright. I think
That's it.
presume that would be an earthquake, so I just want to haul ass over to them, tell them to get in the car.
Okay, so you start to cook it. You get right up to them because they're not too far, and you guys see this vehicle approach, and
So get in, bitches. Get in.
we're going shopping.
We're going shopping.
Not if you're driving.
Shut the fuck up and get in the car.
You gonna wreck it again?
How is that my fault? This
Blanco, our hero. Patrick and Felix. Let's get in.
So Patrick and Felix hop in the vehicle,
Jesus Christ, here we go again.
and you all start to get in, and you notice
Go kill it.
behind you a big cloud of smoke, like very far in the distance. Like,
Oh shit, it's another nuke.
Start driving.
Well, I mean, it's a nuclear storm.
Hit it, bro.
Alright, I hit it.
Sorry, I don't mean to
assume what you want.
pump the gas.
You hit the gas. All right, and you just cook it. Boom. Start flooring it. And I mean the ground's still shaking, but it stops like as you get farther away, and You can notice in the rear view, and all of you guys looking out the back window, and you can just see like this cloud of like black smoke. It's just getting bigger and bigger in the distance, but then of course getting smaller as you drive farther away from it. But yeah, then you're driving at like 60, 70 miles an hour. There's no other cars on the road. Every once in a while.
Bro, I'm going like 90.
Okay, you cook it up to 90.
Let's not push it there, bro.
And you're passing vehicles that are like off on the side of the road, and you're just cooking it down this road. And yeah, I think you guys are all in the car. You guys want to chat about anything, or just keep on driving?
How about this weather, huh?
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, Patrick. Patrick.
Patrick, yo man, like, you know, it's like people around. Let's like chill out on that, you know?
Oh, Patrick.
It's like, yo, bro, like,
I'm just so happy we survived. I love you, Patrick. I love you.
you guys just see this ventriloquist doll just saying all of this, and it's just terrifying.
Hey, Adrian, you okay? Did you like hit your head or something?
Walker, you saved me too.
I think this might be a little bit creepier than the monster we just experienced.
Jesse.
RD.
I love you as well.
I mean, Melina.
Hell no.
Don't talk to Melina.
She's the one talking.
Yeah, she was the one talking. Alright, so he's creeping everyone out in the vehicle.
I'm gonna like look back at Billy and be like whisper like,
I'm gonna turn on those Christian jams.
You might need that right now.
I'm gonna pause some sage and start burning it.
You turn it on and it's just Flyleaf.
Hell yeah.
I feel you all around me.
Hell yeah.
It's a good Christian jam.
Fucking such a good song, dude.
So yeah, you just like
crutch.
turn that up and kind of drown out the creepiness that's coming from Adira.
Oh god.
Alrighty.
So how long presumably is like the drive?
You don't really know. You could have, you know, like there's no like signs or anything that you can see right now.
It's not like
And
10 miles to Bridgeville or whatever.
huh?
There's not like mile signs or how long to.
No. Jesse had a guess on the distance based on the gas lines and the water lines and stuff, and it was like 10 miles, but it seems like it was a real misread because it's much farther than that.
Gotcha.
So,
I thought you said a mile.
huh?
I'm sure you said it was a mile. But then.
No, I said it was like 10 to
No, it
12
says like
miles.
10 miles.
But regardless, it was a total misread on his part.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's a lot farther. You guys have been driving for a while. And you're actually your tank of gas is kind of like you get the gas light on now. It's running low. You know,
Oh, we can fucking make it.
Anybody have any Everclear?
Yeah, for clear.
That's great, Sherry.
We're clear whatever that was, so we have to walk, we can walk.
You guys have been driving now. You know, you've been chatting, listening to music.
Wait,
chatting.
a quarter tank doesn't get over 10 miles?
No, you've gone
It's a Suburban,
farther
but-
than 10 miles now.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he thought that from Hilltown to Bridgeville was only about
Okay,
10 miles
gotcha.
on his read.
Also,
What his read
isn't it a
was from.
Suburban? Don't they get like shit gas mileage?
Regardless, you guys have actually been driving for like close to an hour now, and you still haven't reached Bridgeville.
Hey, Jesse, where the fuck are we supposed to go?
Bridgeville.
Oh, no shit.
That's what it said.
We should have just like stopped and asked for directions. Oh wait, no, because
Yeah,
we
we
can't.
could ask that big monster back there. You look pretty nice, you know?
Oh, you're pissing me off. First you shoot me, then you make me fucking get into a car wreck.
I mean, you almost killed all of us in a car wreck, so I mean,
No, I'm pretty sure that was solely your fault.
the car. I didn't do
I'm pretty
anything.
sure I was the only
You're
one
the
that
ones,
almost died.
You're the ones that jumped the car. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, you just wanted to walk in the field for like I don't
yeah,
know, like
that's literally what our plan was.
like 20 days because you don't know where we're actually going.
we get there, we get there.
If we get there, we get there.
As long as we do it together.
And alive.
All right. Am I still just on this one highway? Is that
Yeah,
seem-
because as far as you knew, that was the way to Bridgeville. So you've been on
Maybe
the highway, and your
maybe
gas
you,
lights on.
like
so you
missed
don't-
an exit or something. Maybe we were supposed to turn back there. You know.
Well, I didn't see any signs. Or
You didn't. Nope, there was no exits. It was literally just this highway. You've passed maybe like one gas station, but I mean it was like fucked up gas station. You know, you've passed maybe like a barn or two. There's a lot of barns out here. This is like, for being so close to the coast, it's surprising how Midwestern this area seems.
Because we went east.
Yeah, you went east, but yeah, you're heading east, and yeah, it looks like you're not seeing much when it comes to cities or towns or anything. It's mostly like kind of like the farming part where they grow oranges, you know, and all that stuff. But yeah, for the most part, you've just been driving on
That's
the
Florida, dude.
I'm sure they grow oranges.
Have you ever heard of Orange County?
There's one of those in Florida too.
Shit, dude, you're right. It's
In
a whole
California.
county
We
dedicated.
were in Orange- when we went to EDC Orlando, we were in Orange County in Florida.
Okay, anyway, you just been, and the gas light's on at this point, and as far as you can tell, it's just open highway.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep on going to the car.
Runs out of gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Laptop
terrible
out again.
on the engine, just so you know.
Pull my laptop out again.
Yeah.
Try and look some shit up.
Okay, sure. Give me a hacking check.
Hack your mom.
Hack my mom. Oh! 18 plus.
Was it wisdom? Intelligence? I don't remember.
You're hacking. Find you again.
Oh wait.
Hacker. It's intelligence.
Intelligence. So that's like 21.
Damn, 21. So you pop open that laptop and you start typing. You're in the back seat, the second row back, like the second row of back seats. And yeah, you're like looking some stuff up, typing up, and you do notice that there's more and more, like some software like pops up, like showing that you're like there's some stuff in the area that you know, it's like getting a little bit. It's weak, but it's showing that there is stuff like close.
Can I like open that shit up?
Sure. Click into it, and it pulls up, and yeah, it looks like a security grid for Bridgeville.
Bridgeville security grid. That's weird. Like for a security system.
Yeah, like a security system, but like the grid, like along the walls and shit, like
Yeah.
and all of the places and stuff for just hacking security camera systems.
Can I hack into a camera from here?
You can give actually, I don't think you have that skill, do you?
No, I didn't pick any skills.
Yeah. Nope, you don't have that skill yet. So no, you cannot hack from where you're at into a camera.
Is the car still going at this point?
Yeah, you can still drive it. He's just in the backseat hacking.
Not jacking.
Like, hey, there's like a security grid for Bridgeville on here. It's kind of strange, in my opinion.
Well, how far is it away?
I don't know. I was gonna actually. Can you check the map?
Check. You have the map.
You have the map.
I gave the map to you.
Not to me.
I gave it to someone. I don't remember who I gave it to.
Let's just say you got it back.
Alright.
Because I don't remember either.
Okay. Alright, so I'll pull up the map, I guess, while I'm driving, which is very dangerous.
If you give it to fucking.
Yeah, give it to me. I'm Brian Shoddy. Give me the map.
I give it to Billy.
She's in the backseat. She grabs it. Has no idea how to read a map.
She's never been outside. What?
Isn't he in the passenger seat?
Yes.
She's in the backseat. She takes the map. She's like, "What?"
What did it say, Billy? Where we're supposed to go?
I'm like, Billy, give me the map. Just take the
You
map
grab it from behind, from the third row back. You grab
I'm
it.
like, here, William.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so William's got it.
The losses I've seen one of these.
Have we seen any signs like for like what highway we're on or anything even?
Yeah, Highway 9.
Okay.
You've passed a couple Highway 9, couple speed limits for 55. But no green signs showing like how far to the next city or whatever. Because you're only on a quarter tank.
But I mean,
It says 95.
but with,
You're on 9.
with the
Highway
map, we
9.
can kind of like.
Could you give us some more definition of how we're stacked in this suburban?
Sure. So we've got Blanco driving, and we've got William shotgun, and then in the back seat we've got you on the passenger right side
Okay.
window seat, Billy in the middle, and Patrick on the left. Kind of in between you and Patrick. And then in the back, we've got you in the middle, Jesse's in the middle
With his laptop open.
with his laptop open.
Okay.
And then we've got on the right side of Jesse, it's going to be Felix. And then on the left side, we got one more person, right?
Kelly and
Kelly. No, he's driving.
Oh, he's right.
So, and then
Kelly,
Kelly's sitting next to you.
Can I put my hand on Felix's, his shoulder, like turn around and face him?
Sure, you hop up on your knees or something.
Weird.
I just want to turn around and be like Indian style.
Oh, sit Indian style on the seat. Okay, you
Leaning
can.
against Matt's back.
Yeah, you could do that. Sure.
And then just look at Felix in the eyes and just put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay, it's gonna be a reach. You have to lean forward. Sure, you can do that.
That's,
He's like, what's going on, man? Dude.
oh, Felix.
He's like, hey.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I just want to stare at him.
Felix
Close my lap.
feels uneasy.
That's okay.
Alright, I see this through like the rear view happening. I know, just like,
Just turn the volume up a little bit.
hey William, what's this guy's actual fucking problem?
Dude, I'm not just gonna read this fucking map and get to Bridgetown. Scott. Bridgeville.
Bridgeville.
Fuck. Helltown, Bridgeville, whatever.
So what's the estimate? How we looking? Close?
Read the map. Give me a roll. Give me some wisdom there. That's street knowledge, maybe.
5.
He takes a look at the map, and as far as you can tell, it looks like maybe you're about 20 miles away from Bridgeville, based on the
Can I do
map.
that old person thing where I like really squint at it?
Look through your bifocals.
Yeah, well, I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no like mile markers on the map, so you know, like it's kind of hard to tell.
Does it
but
say like at the bottom, like like you know how maps it has?
he rolled a 5.
like,
He could have took 10, but he rolled a 5.
Yeah, you could have took 10.
oh shit, I could've? I keep forgetting about that.
So yeah, there's mile markers at the bottom, but he doesn't know how to read those.
Billy, take this. We'll give it to Billy.
Billy takes it and she just starts.
She
folding
takes
it
10.
up. She takes 30.
She's smart.
She just starts folding it up just because she just takes you at your word for it's about 20 miles to Bridgeville.
God damn it, Billy, double check me on this stuff.
William, please give it to Patrick.
Billy's
Yeah,
holding
Billy's
it.
got it now.
Billy's holding it. She like looks
Billy,
at
give
you.
that to Patrick.
She
Thank
like
you.
she like hands it over to Patrick. Patrick like looks over at you because he sees you staring at Felix, and he's like got kind of a weird look on his face. But you're looking at Felix, so you don't notice it. And he's like shrugs his shoulders and opens the map kind of aggressively. Opens it up and starts to look and reads the bottom. Check takes a look at it and he's like, roughly 18 miles to Bridgeville.
Still on the same path that we're going?
9 goes directly through Bridgeville.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm not talking like him at all. I'm not talking like Pat. That's his angry voice. Standard white Native American man is angry. I wasn't giving him a voice at all. Anyway, so then he like kind of like angrily like folds the map back up and like just kind of like hands it to William in the front seat.
Ooh. Makes that sound too.
Smacks his hand on the back. Bam.
So are we, you said we're on low in the gas?
The gas tank light has been on for a minute now.
Alright, well, the next car that we see, I want to see if we can, like, stop by that one, maybe siphon some gas some way.
Your siphon gas?
Yeah, there's probably someone in here that we could use.
So yeah, you just keep on driving and you don't see a vehicle for a while. So it's a good call. Anything else that wants to be done? Run it down.
I just want to have a conversation with Deeren. Hey,
He's not. His back is towards you as he's looking directly at Felix. And Felix at this point has he's kind of like done like one of these and just like turned his head and like kind of watched what you were doing on your laptop. He's just like every once in a while he'll look out of the corner of his eye and see that Adiran's kind of staring at him, and so is Melina. And then he'll just like shield his eyes a little bit and look at the laptop again, not knowing what you're doing, but just kind of pull his focus away from Adiran.
Hey, Adiran.
So I'm gonna have Melina turn her head.
360. Looks. So he's still staring at Felix, but Melina's looking at you.
Yes, Blanco. My hero.
Yeah, so I was just like wondering, you know how we were all like in the bunkers and stuff like that, and you know, we all, you know, are, you know, kind of important people and stuff, you know, so it's like, what's it like, where are you from, man? Like, what'd you do, you know? What's your life like?
I am just Adiran. Adiran Yellowwolf.
But like, yeah, that's like your name, but like, you know, where are you from, or you know, what you do as like an occupation, or you know.
I just love Patrick and the humans in this car.
Sounds like a pretty easy occupation.
So you're like a social worker, or
I like you, Blanco.
I like you too. Fucking weird ass.
Thank you for saving us. You kept Patrick so safe.
Yeah, anytime, buddy. Then I'll just crank up the flyleaf and start jamming again.
All right. You crank it as you're cranking up the music. You can just feel like the putter, the car gives out as you roll to a stop.
Shit, dude, no fly leaf.
Could just push it the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The battery's still good on it. You can still hear the flyleaf.
So we crank it all the way and start walking. We walk away with some music going. All cool.
Oh shit, guys. Well, there's not much else we can do right now.
How many miles have we driven since
Like a quarter tank.
we checked the map? What is it,
Since you
like-
checked that 18 miles, you can assume 3.
Any cars nearby?
Do a perception check.
Oh, God damn it. Which is... What's the...
Spot check. It's gonna be intelligence or wisdom. Sorry. It's wisdom.
9.
Could have took 10.
Damn it!
So you look up and down the highway, and yeah, you guys hadn't passed a car for a while. There was maybe one car at that super abandoned, beat up, destroyed gas station that you passed a while back, and there's nothing ahead that you can see, except maybe like you can see like there's like a barn, probably like a mile ahead because this is all just flat. So you can see like a mile ahead there's a barn, but you can't see any vehicles or anything.
It's like early morning, right?
Well, at this point, you guys have been driving. Yeah, it's probably like 10 or 11 a.m. The sun is pretty high.
Let's go make our way to that barn over there. Maybe we can stock up on some gear. Maybe find a tank of gas or something.
Yeah, maybe. Could be gas in there. Might keep some in there for their tractors and stuff.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Dead.
Alrighty. So, yeah, everyone gets out of the vehicle, right? You guys all get out. Head for the barn. Alright, so y'all get out and you walk your mile. In this, like, it's getting pretty warm out, like 90, 95 degrees.
Jesus, already?
It's a hot day. Yeah, well, yeah, it's like 11 o'clock. High noon, maybe.
No, but
What's that radiation?
Odd.
It's California. Anyway, so yeah, it's like 90 degrees out. You guys are feeling like the heat. Woo. But you walk your mile,
And I'm like, yeah, Florida heat, baby.
and there's no like trees or
Or California.
close.
Jesus.
I mean, like California. And you get to the barn,
Same thing.
and again, there's no like shaded area really. And this barn is like standalone. There's a single silo next to it, but it's a small one, and just like literally a red barn, just in the middle of nowhere. No house attached or close, just the barn by itself.
I want to lead the group.
Ooh, Blanco, leader boy.
So you said we're like right outside of it.
Yeah, you're right outside the barn.
I want to approach like the door to the barn, like carefully and then just listen inside.
Sure, give me a listen check.
Natty 20.
Natty 20. You give yourself a solid listen at the. Nothing. It's
Cool.
pretty quiet in there. Sounds like an abandoned barn. Maybe some creaks from the wood. Maybe some hay that's blowing in the wind just slightly. But nothing inside that you can tell.
Cool. Alright, so just open it.
Alrighty, you take the big door and you slide it. It slides along and it lets this beam of light into this super dark room. And yeah, it's very bright on the level, on the main level now. You can see that there's a couple haystacks in the barn, and you can see there's like a balcony that goes all the way around with a staircase on one side and a ladder on the other that goes up to it. They're kind of different levels of balcony, maybe just by a few steps. And yeah, on one of the balconies you can see there's a small window that's letting a very small amount of light in through it. And the other side is very dark.
I guess I would just like to fucking like search the entire thing. I'm mainly looking for any sort of weapons and then a gas canister.
Is there 2 levels in this barn, or is it just like just a 1 level open?
He says 2.
It's one level with a balcony that you can climb up to. So it's 2 levels technically, but it's all open concept, so you can see the 2 levels.
Could I just go straight to the ladder? Is there a ladder?
Yeah, there's a ladder on one side and a staircase on the other to lead to these
I just want to
balconies.
go straight up the ladder.
Okay, so you head for the ladder and you just want to head in and just start searching. Ground floor. You guys?
Let's just help him search, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, everyone just kind of takes their direction and starts looking. A couple people stay outside. Kelly stays outside. Billy stays to protect her. Patrick sees you kind of walk directly in and just like ignores you, like just kind of like shrugs it off. And Felix follows you. He actually like he heads towards the ladder as well and follows you up. And yeah, and then you guys are all searching, and
Do I have to do a search check?
you get to the top and you went up the ladder, which is actually the darker side. So yeah, it's pretty dark up there. Yeah, give me a search check.
Natural 1, baby.
Ooh, you see nothing. It's fucking dark as hell. Okay. You don't see shit. But yeah, as you go looking into the dark, you're kind of like moving some stuff and just pushing it around. It's like just some like tarped over like parts that you would have no idea what they belong to. It looks like maybe giant gears and stuff that would go on a tractor of some sort. Nothing you could find use for. And yeah, Felix kind of walks up behind you. He's like, "Yo, man, why were you like, I don't know, staring at me in the car? What's up with that?"
I just like you, Felix.
I mean,
Melina likes you.
oh, you like the doll? Is the doll Melina?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I didn't commit that to memory. No, I mean you're cool and all, but like, I don't know. I just thought it was weird you were staring at me and whatnot. I didn't know if you wanted to like murder me or something.
No. I would not murder you, Felix.
Okay, I just wanted to get that clear the air. I didn't know if maybe you had a problem with me, but I'm
We
glad to hear
spent
it.
a night with Patrick.
Yeah, we all slept in the vehicle together. Yeah, we did that.
So I can trust you.
Sure. Okay. Like, I trust that you're a good person. Maybe. So, yeah, cool. I just want to clear the air.
I like you.
No, yeah, you said that. Cool. I'm gonna go look over on the other side of the balcony, and you just,
I just
Cool.
like, keep staring at him as he's looking for items.
sure. And he walks kind of away slowly, looking at you, and then just like turns around and heads to the other side of the balcony.
So is this room like is it just mainly for farming, or is like any like hunting equipment anywhere?
Looks like it's mostly for farming, as far as you can tell. You want to give me a roll for search because I thought that's what you were gonna do
Yeah.
before.
16.
16. Okay. So you go off into like one of like there's like a stall like area, maybe where horses were stored at one point, and you walk in, and yeah, while you're in there, you start looking around, and you actually find like a couple horseshoes You find a pitchfork for like baling the hay. It looks like kind of maybe like it's like mounted on the wall. It looks like mostly it was a place for where horses were stalled, but no horses at this point. So yeah, you got a pitchfork and 2 horseshoes that were hanging on the wall.
Dope. Is there a straw hat anywhere?
There's no straw hat in sight. Where do you want to go? William, yeah, where did you go? Where'd you guys want to go? He's on the ground floor. He kind of just went off into his house.
Was there like a house around like with the farm? Or
Nope,
just
it was
the farm?
literally just the
farm.
barn by itself.
Alright, well, I want to search around for another like weapon or something. You know,
Sure.
for
Give me a
Billy
search check. You're gonna head you head to another like opening stall for then a natural 20.
Yeah.
Holy!
I always
shit.
get on the bullshit fucking. Ugh.
So you go in, and you're looking for, you're like intently looking for something that might work as like a weapon of some sort, and you look in, you just see like gears and like hay and stuff, nothing that like could really like help you as far as you can tell. But it looks like you kind of went into a tool room, kind of like it looks like stuff that they would build, like there's wrenches, some tools of that nature, and you actually find a toolbox and you start like going through it, a lot of nuts and bolts, and you pull the next one, you got some screwdrivers and stuff, like it's literally just like standard tools for on the farm, and then you pull out one, and out of just like sheer luck, you find a sword, and it just completely throws you off because it's not at all in step with the rest of the stuff in this garage or in this shed / barn that I've missed, whatever. And then yeah, you find this sword, and it's a short sword. Looks like it's about from your shoulder to about your knee, about its length, maybe like 2.5 feet. It's not, but yeah, you literally find a short sword in like the bottom drawer of the toolbox.
Just want to search upstairs then, I guess, since they're on the bottom floor already. Yeah.
All right, you go up the stairs to go to the other side, and yeah, you can take that sword. You want to search the upstairs?
Yeah.
All right.
Is he upstairs yet?
He's headed up the stairs. He went up the stairs as you would have
Oh
went
my
up
god.
the ladder. This is all in sync, kind of. What is that?
It's fucking 6.
All right. You get to the top, and yeah, you see them over on the other side balcony, which is actually raised up, maybe about 2 feet above you. But you can obviously still see them. They're like having a conversation. And you just turn around, and you start looking, and you don't really find anything in the up there. It looks like it's a very plain area. And you're looking around, and you're all searching your respective areas, and you find this sword. You're having a conversation. Your conversation has been had, and he's walking away. You're on the other side, and you look up, and you see as Felix is kind of walking across maybe like a bridge or like a catwalk.
Yeah.
He's walking across the catwalk towards you, like looking at you like because he just got done having a conversation with Adiran. And as that's all happening, and you're picking up this sword out of it, you hear the rolling of the door, of the barn door, and it closes, concealing the entire barn in darkness. That's where we will pause.
Cool.
Alrighty. So we come back in, and yeah, you guys were all in this barn searching for different items. Some of you finding pretty crappy items, some of you finding nothing at all, and some of you finding actually pretty awesome items. And as you were looking and you were not finding or finding things, you heard the barn door, the large barn door, just close suddenly behind you, because it's pretty much behind all of you at this point.
I want to run up with my pitchfork that I just fucking found.
You gonna grab the pitchfork?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you just kick open the door.
Okay, well, you grab the pitchfork off the wall and you turn around. As you turn around, you see like from the middle of the room a kind of a glow of the main room. It's like there's like a glow.
Glow.
Yeah.
Like what sort of glow?
Well, I mean it's outside the stall, so you'd have to walk out to see it. So you choose to exit, and as you glow, you notice that there's like a freestanding flame just in the center of the room, a flame just by itself. Just
Inside?
yeah, it's inside the barn with you guys. It's in the center of the room, towards the ground, but actually not touching the ground at all. It's just floating. It's a flame just by itself.
I'm gonna grab it.
And it's illuminating the.
And I'm like, who closed the door?
Please tell me you're fucking around.
Wait, like a ghost? Like a ghost fire?
Is there any?
What's a ghost fire?
I don't know, but like I'm trying to
No, like
imagine.
when the burning bush talked to Moses.
What's that?
What?
So
You don't know
Read the Bible.
What?
I've never read the Bible.
What's up?
So I'm at the top of the stairs. Is there any like windows up there? Is there any?
Across where he's at on the other balcony, there is a small window, letting a little bit of light in. It's very small. It's about the size of maybe a child. Like you probably, it would take a lot to squeeze through it. But you see that from across. It's very dark where you're at, but you can also see over the railing that there is a small glow.
I can see the small glow.
Yeah, you can all see it from like the openings because there's no doors in there. It's all just like open.
Detect magic.
I'm gonna
Shit.
look down on the lower level again and be like, hello? Anyone hear me? Who closed the door?
I guess I'll go up to the ball of flame, dude. Just fucking like stand there.
You put the sword in your belt or something.
Yeah, something cool.
Something dope.
On the
You
back.
walk up and yeah, you see the flame as well. You see him across the main floor, and it's only you guys and Felix. And Felix is like on the catwalk, kind of like just holding the catwalk, looking over.
Can I like?
You're
can,
looking
can,
over.
can I poke it with my pitchfork?
And what did you want to do first? Did you want to do anything to the flame?
Ew, I'm not
Okay.
trying to mess
So you
with
walk
that, no.
over and you
What am I, Mateus?
What color is the flame?
Fucking curious as
it
shit.
is a yellow orange flame as standard as it gets. But it's about the size of a fist, but like the flame that comes off of it, like the base of it's like the size of a fist, but the flame that comes off of it goes about 2 feet. And it's just like crackling, like burning.
Yeah, I just
And
want
you
to poke it.
Why don't you poke it with like the handle end?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter.
Okay. So you go to you just poke the flame and you're able to just move through it, go through it like a like a flame.
Are you trying to burn this place down, Blanco?
Maybe. I'm actually
You guys
a
hear
pyromancer.
banging at the door. Hey, why'd you guys close us in? Out.
We didn't. We thought you closed it.
No, we didn't close it, man. What's going on up in there? You guys close this?
I don't know. Open the door.
Patrick, honey.
We can't open it. And Billy yells to you, and she's like, "Yeah, it won't open." And they're all like, saying they're trying out there, but the door won't open.
Can I try to go kick the door open?
Sure. So you pass the flame and
What's
head
wrong with
over.
you kicking doors open, man?
Because it's fucking dope. Well, that's what I originally wanted to do, anyways.
Sliding door.
Sure. So yeah, you go over to this big sliding door, and yeah, you pass the flame, and of course, as you pass it, your shadow just like it's very large on the door, and as you walk towards it, your shadow gets smaller, and yeah, you get to the door and give me a strength check.
11.
All right. So you fucking like walk up and you kick it super hard, and it rattles on the track, but just barely, and it's very solid. Doesn't look like you're gonna be able to kick this down.
Fuck.
I wanted to walk over to the window and bust out that fucking window.
Sure. Well, you walk across the catwalk, and Felix kind of like.
But I want to grab Felix and walk to the window.
Sure. Felix kind of joins you, and you guys walk your way over.
Okay.
And it's not a closed window. It's actually an open window.
Oh, it's open.
Already.
Okay.
Well, not open. Like it's just like there's nothing. There's no glass or anything.
Just open. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But it's small. Again, like very small.
How far is the second story from the ground?
I don't know. Maybe 20 feet.
Shit. Could I edge Felix out and like grab him by hand and like help him get down?
You want to edge Felix?
Could I do that though? Try to get him out.
You want to tell him like what your plan is?
Oh, Felix, we have to get you out of here.
It's like, no, okay,
Just edge out and you can hold my strong arm. my very, very, very strong arm.
Wait, you wanted to what? Hold on, excuse me? You said something about edging.
Listen to me, Felix. We can get you out of here. Just tell Patrick that I will be there for him when I get out of here.
You want me to go through this window?
Yes, I do.
I don't know if a 5-year-old child could fit through that window, and you want me to squeeze through?
Charisma, dude.
Charisma him to just squeeze through.
But I mean, like, can he each do it like his feet first, and then I like hold his hand? Basically, as he's
Try and
going
charisma
down.
him. Maybe you can convince him to try.
Patrick, or not Patrick, sorry. Felix. Listen. Start with your feet first and just hold on to my strong arm. And I will edge you down and you will only fall from 10 feet.
Just
Can I charisma?
charisma, give it a shot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
What is that?
That's a 1, bro.
That's a 7?
No, that's
That was
a one.
That's a 1?
A natural 1.
Oh,
Felix is like,
I got 2.
he's like, do I look like Mr. Elastic? Mr. Fantastic? The Plastic Man? There's no way. I'm not fitting through there. I'm not even gonna try it. And he kind of like walks away from you towards like the balcony to kind of look over and look at the flame and see what's going on down on the main floor.
Then I just want to. Okay, I mean, we can. The whole barn's lit up, right? Because this flame.
It's not super lit up. The ups balconies is still pretty dark.
Well, then I just want to.
You can see the glow, and where you guys are at is a little bit more illuminated because of course that window is helping.
Is it like expanding?
The flame?
Or-
No, it's just staying.
Can
right
I just
side.
grab Felix and can we go down and try to help Sir Blanco kick the fucking door?
Sure, if you want.
Actually, not even kick the door. Can we just go down and just get with the rest of the boys?
So I just want to go down and investigate this flame.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to go down and get with Jesse and.
Sure. All right, so you notice they're all walking down the stairs. All 3 of them, Felix, Adiran, and Jesse, are all walking down the stairs, and their shadows like cast very tall along the side of the staircase as they walk down, and yeah, they get to the bottom, and they're right by the door with you, and you're kind of over in your door frame still.
So yeah, kind of like trying to talk to it, if that's a thing, because like, hey man, I've never seen anything like this before. Who knows?
Talk to the flame. What do you want to say?
How about this weather?
You don't have to charisma that. You can just.
How about this weather?
And the flame does not respond.
And I'm like, this flame's kind of weird. It's not
Dude.
spreading.
I'm gonna like look over at
Is it on the
Jesse and say, it's awfully lit in here.
Is it on the ground or is it? You said it was.
It's floating. It's like maybe chest height
Alright.
floating.
Can I like detect
Oh, yeah.
magic?
You know that?
No,
We can't go
there's no detecting magic in this.
All right, then I want to.
You can inspect it. You can maybe give it a
knowledge. No, not knowledge.
maybe like
Not sense mode. No, these are use magic device now. I mean, this is in a real world sense.
Just like
Just gather information.
run my
I'm
hand
just gonna grab
underneath
it.
Yeah, gather info.
underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You walk over, and everyone's kind of like gathering by the fire, and you put your hand towards it, and you can feel there's definitely a warmth coming off of it, like a real flame.
Underneath it.
Yep, even underneath it, it's still putting off that heat. Actually, if anything, it'd be a warmer heat because that's where like the fire's emanating from.
I just want to fucking grab it.
Grab the flame.
Yeah.
Sure. Just wanna reach out and grab it.
Yeah.
All right. You reach out and you try to grab it. Like, are you just gonna keep your hand in there trying to grab it?
As long as it's not like.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's a flame.
Yeah. I'll take the damage for it. It's fine.
All right. So you put your hand in it and you're trying to grab it. Give me a Constitution, a Fortitude.
Like a fortitude.
See if you can't handle the heat.
Ooh, 21.
Ooh. So you keep your hand in. You can feel it. It's hot. It's a cooking. But you're not able to grab it. There's nothing you can grab. It's literally just an open flame with no like matter to it. That you can't actually hold it. but you can definitely tell it's super hot. And as you realize that, you're able to pull your hand back before you suffer any burns.
Do we smell anything? Smell any different?
His burnt hand.
It doesn't smell like burnt wood. It doesn't really have a scent to
Kerosene
it. And you hear like more banging on the door. Yo, man, y'all gonna try and like open this or something? Like, what's up? What's going on in there?
Hey man, we're trying to, but it's kind of fucking stuck.
Patrick, honey, I will be there soon.
Bitch,
Patrick, back up! I'm gonna kick this bitch in.
So you turn around and you sprint towards the door, and you're just gonna fucking like drop kick this bitch off of its hinges. And give me a reflex.
15 is that Dex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is 15, 19.
All right. So you're fucking cooking, right? And you go to jump to do your drop kick, and as you're jumping, you notice out of the side of your eye on the door, which is just illuminating. You know, of course, your shadow is moving towards it as you're jumping towards it. You notice the shadow of another man like running at you, and you like kind of instead of jump, you kind of duck underneath and you slide and kick it, and this shadow as you watch kind of jumps over your shadow, and like rolls out of frame, like out of sight into the darkness.
So do I kick the door open or?
You did not kick the door open, but it rattled something fierce.
I want to go over to the workshop.
Did they see this too?
No, they just saw you turn around and run. They didn't.
Damn.
Whoa. What was that? With my strength, I believe I could kick this door. But there was a shadow. Did you guys jump over me?
You just see this guy kind of like rolling over. And he's got this doll in his hand. He's like standing up. And he's just saying this to you guys. And
No, didn't see any shadow.
There's
None of us jumped over you, that's for damn sure.
there's something more than just this ball of fire.
You sure it wasn't like Milena's like shadow you're seeing like in your mind or something, you know, because you're
in your mind's eye.
I
I
know.
want to go like where all the shit's at and like look for something like contained fire.
Oh, like a bucket or something?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So you you walk over to kind of the area you were in and give me a search check for maybe like a bucket or something. Good enough. You it's a 17 natural. You walk over into the room you were just in, and yeah, there's like a pail on the ground, and you like grab it, head back to the flame. And this guy seemed like a little looking around for a shadow, and you bring the. You just want to put it over?
Yeah, I'm gonna warn them first. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna put this over the flame, see what happens. Cool.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can't like talk me out, I'm just gonna do it.
it's real cold in here. I mean, not cold, but
I'll keep
Dark.
you warm. I'll keep you warm.
Listen,
It's been a
William.
while since I've been in that.
William. This light is the only thing that we know that can see the shadow.
There can't be a shadow if there is no light.
But I saw something more than this ball of fire.
Right, you saw a shadow. Right.
What way did it head to?
As I was going for the door with my eminent strength, just to try to get to Patrick, my one and only love, it jumped over me and made me decline my strength by at least 50%. Listen,
Doing this, I'm just gonna fucking put the bucket on the flame.
Okay.
Like mid speech, I'm just doing
Just don't
it.
ignore it. So you grab this bucket and you put it over the flame, and yeah, it just gets suddenly super dark as you put the bucket over the flame. But the flame is still going under the bucket, and you can see like the lights kind of shining on the floor.
this is interesting.
Everyone.
Do you want to like
Push it down.
Sure. So you go to push it down, and as you do that, the light that's glowing underneath goes out completely, and then the bucket, you go all the way through the flame, and all that shows is like a red color that passes through the bucket, like just this red dot, and then all of a sudden, the flame just reemerges.
Above the bucket.
I'm gonna take a piss on it.
Yeah, well, because you passed the bucket all the way through it, and then it's just like the flame just re-emerges. And as it emerges, of course, you guys all cast a very large shadow on every wall around you.
I think Puppet Guy's onto something here. I want to be quiet. I want to do a listen check.
Listen check, sure.
Fuck. 11.
Alright, so you go to listen, and yeah, you don't hear anything other than the crackling of this flame that's just going by itself. And of course, you can hear kind of some conversation going on outside the door. Recognizable voices, them trying to kind of say, like, you know, how are we going to get in here? I don't know, how are we going to get in here? I don't know, how are we going to get in here?
Wait, so is it like a wooden barn?
It is a wooden barn.
So what you're saying is we go and find some saws, start having at it with the beams, dude.
I want to look for some wood.
Just by itself.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, it's all over the whole barns.
You have to tear some wood out.
Or anything that's wood. It doesn't have to be a piece of just like anything. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
If we get a
okay.
handle or something, I'm good for
Sure. Okay, well, yeah. There's like a couple wooden handles to like maybe some like shovels, like not metal shovels, more like, you know, like the big shovels that you use for like shoveling like poop, like the big. They're not metal, but they're like
Yeah,
tin or
something,
something. And yeah, and there's like rakes and stuff. So yeah, you find a couple of those and you can break the handles off pretty easily. You got handles.
Just one.
Okay, you got one handle.
I'm like, sticking it in the fire.
Trying to catch it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so you walk over, and you know, you put it in the flame, and it'll take a few. You know, it's a treated wood, so that usually takes a little longer to light. And as you're just waiting for, you know, like the flame, of course, is going around the wood and kind of like trying to catch it. As you're doing that, everyone else is kind of just watching, and you're like looking around, looking for that shadow that spooked you.
El Shadow.
And
So wait, he's about to put the handle inside.
it's already in.
It's already in.
It's in the flame.
Can does like the light reflect off the handle at all, or?
Well, I mean, no, it goes like the flame goes around the handle
Yeah,
as
okay.
per putting anything in a flame, so it doesn't make any
You
more
guys
light.
just want to
or
like
anything.
burn this door down?
That's
I mean,
what
if
I
we,
was kind of thinking.
but it might catch the entire building on fire too.
Well, yeah, we just started at the door.
Yeah,
Throw
then we
some
just
hay over there.
kick the door down first, and you're good.
Throw some hay over there next to the door.
Why don't we just all try to just kick it down at the same time? Holy shit! Sorry. Why don't we just all try to kick the door down at the same time?
My
Because of
hero,
Shadow Man.
Blanco,
Shadow Man.
finally listening. We should definitely kick the door down.
I'm starting to like this guy a little bit.
You guys go give it a try. I say plan B,
Burn the bitch down.
burn this bar down.
There might be a lot of valuable things in here still that we could use, but
We've looked it up and down.
all right.
I mean,
Alright,
if they're
let's-
metal, they would be fine.
Alrighty.
Keep that in mind.
So you all want to approach the door,
Yeah.
except for you.
Except for me.
Okay.
Me and Adam Mama are gonna go.
So the three of you and Felix all approach the door, right? You're maybe 5 foot away from the door, getting ready for all of you to just like kick it at once. And you're looking at the door.
I was not going to kick it, but
Oh, what are you gonna do?
He
Let's go in the back with Jamie.
he was
Oh,
with
sure.
Jesse.
Okay. With Jesse.
Jesse, yeah.
no, Jamie.
Oh, okay. So you you stay over by the flame.
Get some hay ready, William.
You stay
Oh
over
my
by
gosh, I'm gonna start yelling.
start gathering on the ground and stuff. It's all
We'll
like
take 10 on that one for sure.
so you're gathering hay on the other side of the flame, and you're kind of burning your. And then do you want to help kick it down?
Yes.
And Felix is down for kicking it down too. So the three of you approach the
Down,
door.
kick it down.
Down to kick it down. So you guys approach the door 5 foot away. Adiran on the right, and then you got Felix in the middle. Yeah. And I've got you on the left. You guys are all looking at the door and you're ready to kick it down. And as you're looking at it, you see your shadow, your silhouettes, or your shadows on the door. And there's a fourth shadow, same height as pretty much all of you. And he's on to the left of you.
Do I see it like instantly?
Yeah, you look at the shadows and there's 3 men and 4 shadows.
Jesse! Jesse!
Yeah.
And William, look at the shadows.
So I look over while still lighting my stick.
And it's kind of hard to see because you see like their bodies and not their shadows as much, but there are shadows on the other side, so you can't really tell like if there's a fourth from where you're standing.
I'm like, yeah, I see your shadows.
Look closer.
Give me a reflex.
Okay.
No, just 10.
20.
Ooh, 20. Alrighty. So you're looking at it. All the three of you, Felix and you, are all looking at the shadow, and all of a sudden you see the shadow just goes to take a swing at you, like it looks like he's coming to your right. You just duck it.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
On a shadow.
Oh, specifically the shadow?
It's the shadow is attacking your shadow because to the left of you, there's no one there.
What the fuck?
You don't see a person next to you.
I said Shadow Man, bro.
Can I run up to the door and hit the shadow that's trying to attack?
Wait,
just to see.
Let me do it because I'm right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it a. You want to run up and do that? You want to
Yeah.
punch the shadow on the door?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
kick
you
it.
duck
I want
it.
to kangaroo it.
Do
Actually.
you want to do it to the left or to wherever the thing's at, or do you want to do the door?
As long as your shadow hits his, it's fine.
Well,
Actually.
I don't think that the shadow's gonna do it if I hit the shadow. I'm just gonna try to like look behind me and then try to.
Swing on something that might be there.
Yeah.
Maybe like an invisible.
Yeah.
Sure.
Am I right next to him?
You're two over. It goes Blanco, Felix, you.
Okay.
Do I get an opportunity?
Yeah, swing on him.
Alright.
Well, not an attack of opportunity. You just get an attack.
Ooh, that's a natural 20, baby.
Natural 20. You turn
Loaded dice.
and you're like, fuck this. I'm a kangaroo this bitch. And just like there's nothing there, but you kind of assume that maybe someone's standing right next to you because of the shadow. You turn, you jump for your kangaroo, both feet off the ground, and there's nothing. Ooh, and you fall directly on your back. Missing.
I'm just watching Max Mario looking over there like,
Yeah.
hey, you missed the door, Blanco.
Do we still see the shadow on the wall?
Yeah, the shadow like is now kind of like it is backed up a bit because it noticed and it like moves to the side, but it can still
Can I kick the door where the shadow's at?
give it a shot.
Strength check it.
Yeah.
It is fuck me.
That's 2
six.
Oh, 6. Plus 10.
And it's +2, so it's 8.
Okay. So you run over, take a swat, and you actually miss the shadow. The shadow kind of like move, like does like a little like break dance away, and you smack the wall of the door of the bar,
Did I crack
and
it
it
or
like
anything?
it'll like snake back from you. Huh?
Did I crack the door or anything like that, or no?
No. You just hit the door.
Can
Does
I-
it small shake?
Can I? Well, one of my kitchen knives, or the kitchen knife that I had from before, chuck it.
Chuck it at the shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close that door. It's freezing.
Is am I right next to where he's gonna check that fucking knife?
You're pretty close.
Trust me, Deer, and I got this.
No.
I got this.
Dex throw. Give it.
You know, one time,
8 plus.
8.
Oh, just 8 in general? Okay. So you chuck the knife, and it misses the shadow completely. It actually goes in between you and the shadow, and hits the door, and ding, and it sticks in the door.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking nutty, dude.
that's one word for it.
And now, the shadow, its arm like extends pretty long past the knife, and it does a swing on you. Give me a reflex check. It's dexterity.
12 plus 2, 14.
All right. So it does like this like fucking like elastic stretch arm shadow towards you, and you like just duck, and it's like goes directly over your shadow as you duck under it, and it kind of like retracts its elastic seeming arm.
I want to grab the knife out of the wall.
Okay.
Never mind. So I want to just want to give the knife to this,
All right. So
or to Blanco.
you pull the knife and run over to Blanco, and he's like in the process of getting up, and you hand him the knife, and yeah.
And then I want to grab Felix.
Felix is already like backed up away from the situation. He's a little.
But I want to hold Felix.
You hold him. So you go over to Felix and embrace him. He's like kind of like pushes out. He's like, oh man, come on.
Felix.
If there's stalls, then there's like traps, right?
Correct.
Are they kind of look and see if they're full of water?
Sure. Walk over. It's kind of dark.
I'm gonna take 10.
You walk over, and yes, there is very minimal amounts of water, like a very slight amount.
Alright, well, can I go back to the storage area and see if there's anything I can, like, maybe scoop some of that water up with?
Like a pail, maybe.
Yeah?
Sure.
Take 10.
No, does he still have the bucket?
It's a pail.
Yes, the pail that he put over the fire.
No, because it burnt through, right?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it's
It went through.
Passed through.
Yeah, that's through.
Oh, that's it? Okay,
Yeah.
well, then I'll just fucking use that, yeah.
All right.
I thought you meant, like,
Burnt through it. No,
Yeah.
it just passed through.
okay, no.
So okay, you take your pail and you want to scoop up the smidgen of water there is. It's maybe like a quarter of an inch of water at the bottom.
God,
of
that's
the pail.
Nothing, no.
I'd like to fucking
on the fire.
round 2 and throw the knife again.
Hey,
The shadow.
the door down.
Can
I will try and put the flame
first
out.
off, I'm gonna convince William. Don't put the flame out. Throw it towards where you think the.
By the now, your stick has caught fire. By the way, so you've got a flaming stick.
Dude,
Good.
damn it.
Do I have time
That didn't
to
make no sense.
Throw
to
it. Yeah,
put
give
the
it a
fire
throw.
out.
We can't see the shadow.
11?
Stacks.
11 total.
Yeah.
All right, so you grab. He's handed you the knife. You stand back up and you throw it at the shadow again, which hasn't actually moved at all, and you just barely, like right next to the shadow's head, it sticks into the thing, and the shadow like does one of these at you, mocks you, and then like ducks under the knife, and then runs over to the other side of the barn door and like gives you one of those.
I'm like, flames ready, guys. Stack some hay.
Alright, I'm gonna go stack some hay into, like, the crevices and everything. Like,
Dude, this fucking shadow, man. Alright, I want to run up to it and third time's the charm on it.
And just tackle it, or like what?
No, I just want to go grab the knife where it's at and then throw it out one more time.
Okay. So what are you doing? Stacking hay at the door?
I'm putting hay, like, in the crevices, like, the cracks of the door.
Okay, so you grab hay and yeah, you run over and you start doing that. And he runs. You guys kind of run up to the door together. He grabs his knife and you start shoving hay in the crevices of the door. And he like kind of backs up again and you see the.
If you hit me with the knife, I swear.
Well, the shadow's on the complete other side of the door, so you should be in the clear. It's a big door.
You should be,
And
is
what are
the-
you doing?
Just gonna bring my flaming stick over to the door, I guess.
Okay, and what are you doing?
I'm just gonna fucking muscle grip Felix.
All right, so you keep trying. He keeps kind of pushing you away. Like this is. What are you doing? What is going, dude?
So
Like
did he tell us about this thing then?
the what?
The shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
told you about it
already
earlier.
told you,
Well, I know, but we didn't see it then, right?
No, but he told us.
Okay.
Alright.
You saw the taunting. All of you saw the taunting.
Wait, guys, before we burn this down, I got this. One last throw.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking murk this shit out of you. Let's go.
What was it?
14 and 5.
19?
Yep.
Alright. So you back up and you're like, hold off. I got this. You take your knife and you kind of do like a cool like butterfly knife type shit, like spin it in between your fingers and you just fucking throw it like Bullseye and fucking Daredevil just like throws the knife and it sticks directly in the heart or the chest of the shadow. And the shadow goes, holds its head and then like starts doing this and you see it just kind of start to slide down and there's just a seam across the shadow as it just cuts all the way up through its neck and then it falls in half and falls to the ground. The shadow's still visible, but a giant cut right of it.
Interesting.
So did the knife stick into the wall?
It did. Stuck into the wall, the door, and it, right where its chest is, and then you kind of slid, or the shadow slid down the knife, cutting it all the way from its chest all the way up to its neck, then making like a V in its body as it fell to the ground, kind of sitting on its butt now in half.
I want to sprint to the door and try to open it.
Okay. So you run over to the door. You're like putting hay. You've got hay like pretty much stacked into it. And you grab the door. Give me a strength check. See if you can't pull that bitch. And you're just looking at the shadow.
That's weird.
15 plus 2, 17.
All right. So you go over and you grab it. You start pulling, and it won't budge. It's very stuck.
Light this bitch up.
back up. before they
Wait,
light this
can I
bitch
turn
up.
and see what happened to the fire? Is fire still lit?
Yeah, the flame is still going.
Alright, start lighting it.
Alrighty. You walk over and you place your flame on the hay, which starts to burn up slowly as it burns up the crevice of the
It's
door.
burning, I'm gonna go get more hay.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Alright. So you go and, okay, you just run over and you're grabbing hay and come back and throwing it on the door. What are you doing?
Wow. William, what happened to the water?
And you're pale.
Wait, what do you mean? It's still there.
Well, we killed the shadow.
Did we? Because the fire's still here.
But we don't have to worry about the shadow killing us.
For now.
So put the flame out, because we have a bigger flame.
I guess.
I mean, putting that flame out is just kind of a moot point, don't you think? You wouldn't, or just let it keep going because we're
What
already
if the
having.
fire gives the fire energy?
I'd like to just, I guess, go and inspect the shadow, take my knife, and I actually see if I can like
Cut more slices.
cut more. Like, what the fuck, like, is this thing?
Sure. Alrighty. So you walk over closer and your shadow grows smaller as you get closer. You pull your knife. They're having a discussion about flames. You pull the knife out of the door, and yeah, you go to bring the knife down on the shadow, and all of a sudden the shadow reaches up its hand and grabs the shadow of your knife that is reflected on the door, and you can't move the knife at this point. As he's controlling the shadow, he's controlling the real knife. And then you just see as he just seals back up, and then his face kind of goes real Game & Watch as he like sticks his tongue out at you and like makes like a giant hole in his face so he can visibly see his tongue, and he sticks his tongue out at you, and then seals back up into a regular person. And he's like, got the knife.
I say you put this fire out. I feel like this is the source of energy.
Alright, fuck it, worth a shot. Dump that little bit of water on there.
Alright, you walk over and you dump the water, and it kind of just like passes through the flame. You know, you hear like the like as it goes on it, and
As I figured.
water falls to the ground, and the flame does not extinguish.
Can I try to strength pull out
Absolutely.
6?
All right, you go to pull, and he's like got hold of your knife, and he actually like pulls it out of your hand. You let go of the knife,
What a dick.
which is now just like floating in the air.
What the hell? That's actually super dangerous. I'm gonna back up.
I would like to retreat. All right, and as you watch, he's like holding the knife in, in the shadow. You see his hand, and he like flips the knife over, and he's holding it like a, like he's gonna murder you with it. And the actual knife, showing visibly, actually just starts to disappear.
No.
But the shadow doesn't disappear.
I want to go try to grab the knife. I'm hurt.
Alright.
That's my only weapon.
That's my only weapon.
I mean, I have a fucking spatula. What's that gonna do?
You have 2 knives.
Oh, you're right. I do have 2 knives. Thank you.
I mean, I don't. This is out of character.
Whoa, dude, are you metagaming, bro?
This is group game, bro.
Are you group
I'm trying to
metagaming?
help my co
Actually, I want to try to go to the door and knock the knife, the shadow knife, out of his hand.
Okay. So you just like gonna swat it? Okay. So as you approach, you don't want to grab the real knife anymore. It's
Right.
like disintegrating. It's like almost gone. It's like pixelating away, kind of. All right, you walk up and you just want to like slide your hand down the door or something. Like, do you want your shadow to knock the shadow out, or do you want your
Yeah.
hand to actually hit it?
Probably my shadow.
Okay, so you walk up and you try to swat down. Give me a strength check.
Strength. 15.
All right. So he's holding the knife up like this, and you just go up and you like want to swat it out. You use your shadow to swat, and as you do it, your hand hits the knife, like, well, your shadow does, but it passes right through, as a shadow would over another shadow. Passes right through, but you just feel a deep cut go right across your palm for 4 damage. It's a fucking deep cut, man, down to like the bone.
Hey, am I fully healed from
No, you're not.
sick?
Sick. I gave you 2 health when you woke up the next morning.
Down to 3, boys.
Yeah, and you've got a super deep cut on your hand, like down to the bone, man. It's bleeding a lot. Door fire is building. It's all the way to the top. It's kind of like the flames are hitting like the top now of the barn. It's like a very big fire. You can feel the heat off of it actually where you're standing on the other side of the door.
Question: can I use a skill?
Yeah, you can use your skill. Just say the skill name when you want to use it. If it's an active, you need to say you want to use it. If it's passive, it's just like you may need to remind me, like, oh, I have a +2 here or something like that.
Okay, I got you. But actually, can I just run up the stairs and try to go through the window?
Just want to dive through.
Yes.
Alrighty. You go to cook up the stairs. You run right past him, who he's got this giant gash in his hand that you notice. You just stand in front of him, or you want to back up? Or?
I'm gonna back up and just let them burn the place down.
All right, so you're backing away with this giant gash in your hand. You run up the stairs past the shadow, which like takes a swipe at you. Give me a reflex check. Because he's taking a swipe at your shadow. 12
And that's
plus dex.
16.
Hell yeah. So you're running up and he goes to take a swing at you, the shadow does, and you just like kind of duck again and your shadow goes under the blade and you're able to run past him right up the stairs and you get to the top where you see the opening of the window. You just want to dive out it?
I just want to dive out that bitch.
Alrighty. Give me a constitution. I want to see if you can see if you got the nutsack to squeeze through
Patrick, I'm coming.
God, that's what you said in the shower too, wasn't it?
10 plus constitution.
So it's 14.
14. All right, so you run up and you go to do feet first because that's probably the safer way to do it. You jump and feet first. Your feet go through. It gets to your ass, which is kind of tight, but then you just like yank yourself through to the shoulders where you're kind of stuck again. You just kind of jiggle your way and slide and then you get through and you fall 20 feet. Bam! You land without damage because it's only 20 feet. Actually, no, 15 feet is damage. Right?
Dude, if I fell 20 feet right now, I'd break a lot of
I
shit.
jumped off the event center roof, no, that's fine.
That wasn't 20
That's
feet.
not 20 feet. Actually, yeah, you're going to need to roll dexterity to see if you can land this without damage.
15.
Yep, you got 6, right?
4 plus dex, that's 19, yeah.
Yeah, no, you fucking stick that landing. You're set to go. So you don't take any falling damage, you land, and yeah, you're on the other side, like to the left side of the barn.
Now I want to run in the front towards Patrick.
Alrighty, so you cook it around, and as you cook around, you see Patrick, Kelly, and Billy are all pretty far back because you can see the black smoke coming from the cracks of it and a little bit of a flame coming out through the front. And as you run around, you see them, backed up quite a bit. You see the black smoke, and then you see a giant Hummer pulling into like the driveway essentially of where you are.
Okay.
It's a big black Hummer, H2.
So I want to run over
why I
to
call blue
Patrick, Billy, and Kelly, and I want them to. Patrick, Billy, and Kelly, get behind me, please.
Behind you
Like I want
to the Hummer, or behind you to the?
Well, I want to get them behind me towards the Hummer,
So that they're behind you and you're facing.
and I'm facing the Hummer. But I want them I want to take them far enough away from the door to blast
Sure,
open.
they're that far enough anyway, so you can just
Okay.
run around them and you kind of like shield them, and they turn around and notice the Hummer as well as it comes to a stop directly behind, or directly in front of you, maybe like 15, 20 feet away. And let's cut to inside. What are you guys doing? There's a fucking flame all the way to the top.
We're
You guys are
kind of like look at it and like see if it's like, kind of like
the flames.
Yeah, like if it's good.
Do a perception check. Give me some
Like if
some
if
wisdom.
it's burnt enough to where we could like
Tackle
hit
it.
it. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Wisdom, you said.
You look at it and it looks charred, but it doesn't look like you would be able to break it yet. It looks like it's going to be. I mean, the track isn't damaged at all, and the track is kind of like what's holding it
Right.
pretty strongly. So And this shadow
Keep
is
it
kind
nice.
of like sneaking around, and he's like climbing up the barn door, and he gets close to the flame, and then kind of crawls around the flame, and then crawls, along the walls and stuff.
I would just like to take that shirt that was on my bullet wound, and then take it off.
Move it to your hand. Sure. You wrap it around your hand. Stop the bleeding a bit.
Sure.
Pull it tight. Cool. You got it.
My that stick's still burning.
The stick is on fire still. Yes.
Shadow's just kicking around.
Yeah, he's like crawling because so you guys were kind of behind the shadows or behind the flame in the center of the room, so your shadows are actually cast the other direction. So he's making his way around the room to your shadows.
I mean,
There's no shadows without light, guys.
But,
If you know what
dude,
I'm saying. I'm gonna find the closest haystack on that wall the shadow's on now and just light that up.
Ooh,
y'all.
look at you. Alrighty.
I already said this shadow.
Yeah, but he came up with a solution.
I did too, it just didn't work.
Alright, so you run over to the wall that the shadow is kind of on, and as you approach, your shadow is now on that wall because you've run past the flame. And he kind of like turns around and looks at your shadow, and he like has this knife, and he like starts crawling towards you on this wall, and he goes to take a swing. Give me a reflex. Nine. All right, so you're running over, and it takes a swat at you, and slices you on the shoulder, right down the shoulder for 4 damage. It goes like pretty much over your new tattoo, just like from the shoulder down to the chest, and just slices you for 4 damage. And you slide to the ground, and you light the hay on that wall. The flames catch the dry hay very quickly, and it spreads super fast along this wall. The flames climb, and the shadow like retreats up into the balcony because it like sees the flame coming. Scared, it retreats, like crawls up the wall and onto the balcony where the shadow, where it's really dark.
So I said I dropped the thing. Stick.
No, you didn't drop it. You like fell over as it sliced you, and then you like
Okay.
lit it.
Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna get back up.
All right, so you get back up with this damage.
Keep my eye on this shadow again.
Can I,
Well, he's gone. He's climbed into the balcony, and you can't see him because it's so dark up there.
Can I go into like that utility room again, like look for like a sledgehammer or an axe or something?
Sure. Give it a shot.
10.
You're gonna take 10. Okay, you can.
What?
No, do what you want. If you want to take 10, you take 10.
I really need to find a fucking hammer right now. Hey!
What's your intelligence?
1 to 12.
Or was that wisdom? Sorry.
It was a wisdom, then 13.
Okay, so you go in there and you start looking around, and you realize you've searched the shit out of this room, and every drawer has been opened. Everything, there's wrenches. There's maybe like a small hammer, so just standard tools, but no sledgehammer, no crowbar, nothing that you're really looking for.
Oh shit.
Did I get any HP back for wrapping my wound?
You did not. It just stopped the bleeding.
And what's like the condition of the door?
Like you saw earlier, this has been like 5 seconds. The door is charred to a sense, but the track isn't damaged at all. So you're not.
What do you mean the track?
So the door's on a track.
Oh.
It slides. The track doesn't look damaged at all.
Okay.
And he jumped out of a window, right?
Yeah, he sure did.
I guess I'll just start adding hay to the fire and stuff.
Sure.
So just to hopefully the door will catch more fire.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, you run over, and there's already so much hay burning, a whole wall burning, and then the wall, of course, that's the door that's lit. You grab the hay it's like the small hay that's on the ground and stuff, and you start throwing it, but it's not like a significant amount. There's no like haystacks that are directly in view.
Damn.
All right. So you're standing in front of the 3 of them, Deeren, and all of a sudden, the 3 doors on the Hummer open, and maybe like a 5'10" man steps out. Looks middle-aged. He's got a little bit of salt and peppery hair. He's a little bit like graying. And he's got kind of like stubble on his face. But he looks pretty built. He looks pretty like in shape. Out of the other side, maybe a 5'8", like a short white man. He's got glasses on and like kind of like combed back hair, brown. He's wearing like a button-up plaid shirt, and he's got like a satchel on, and like khakis. He gets out of the passenger, and then out of the back door behind the passenger side, a big man, 6'6", black, like dark chocolate black, freaking huge dude, muscles like ginormous, and he gets out of the other side, and he's got like a black mohawk, and like a full beard. He looks like Mr. T, but he's not Mr. T. But he's clearly takes on that like persona. It's like you could assume it's his idol because he's wearing like the blue tank top. And he's got some like shorts on. He's a big dude. Yeah. And they've all gotten out of the vehicle. And they notice, of course, two women, another black man who's fairly buff, and a man with a ventriloquist doll.
Hello. Please help my friends out of this barn. There is an object we can't describe. It is a flame that is endlessly on fire.
Burning.
And they're all kind of like looking at you like, didn't really hear much of what you said because they noticed this guy's got a ventriloquist doll. So they look a little taken aback. And the driver, the kind of salt and peppery man, he's like, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Listen to me. My name is Adirin, and this is my doll, Melina. I have friends inside this barn, and they are stuck. Can you please help us get it open?
They're like, yes, I can do what I can. Is it on fire?
Yes. Their solution was to burn the building down because they didn't know how to get out.
Not the wisest of decisions, eh?
I don't question my friend.
And he's like, all right, boys, let's do what we can. And he rushes over to the door with his two friends. And the smaller 5'8" one kind of like stands back and like holds like the satchel. He holds the satchel, what's it called, strap. Because you can tell he's real scrawny and he probably doesn't have much help. And the man grabs like the door frame, and then like the big black dude grabs the door as well and starts ripping as hard as they can to try and like open it. Of course,
to help them.
Sure. You head over, and Patrick and Billy also try to help, and Kelly kind of like stays back because Kelly's awful. Anyway, so you all head over and you try to open this door. Give me a strength check. Oh my god.
I got 18.
I got an 18, a 1, and a 20. So they all start helping as much as they can. And they're pulling. You can hear the cracking of like the track as it's like kind of bending with the door. And you guys on the inside, you're throwing hay on it, and you can see as like the track is kind of bending down. You can see it like kind of the door is moving just a smidgen, but it's not much. And
More hay!
you're in the room looking for whatever. And you're just lighting shit on fire still, or what are you doing?
Big chill until I see the shadow.
Yeah, you're looking for this shadow, and this
So are we done with the door basically?
huh?
We're done with the door right now. We cracked open only a little bit now.
No, you guys are still pulling.
We're still pulling.
Super hard, and he just noticed it from inside.
Okay.
I mean, I can't do anything to the door because it's on fire.
Fair enough.
So
At least you have handles on the outside that you guys can all grab, and you're like pulling. Do you want to just let stop? Or?
I just stopped and back up.
Okay. All right. So you let go, and
So we're backed up. Sorry, from the barn now. Sorry.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, everyone kind of lets go, and they're like, he's like, so, what did you want to do then?
Could we take your Hummer and drive it through the barn?
Charisma that shit.
This is our only vehicle. We can't.
Sorry, my friends are more than just friends. I love them.
Charisma that.
Fuck. It's fucking like 4 plus 2, I think 6.
And he's like, I just can't. I don't feel that it is smart to damage our only vehicle for your friends.
Do you have anything that can help open this barn without your vehicle?
No, not really. We've got our hands, a couple of weapons, but none that are strong. They're not like battery rams.
This whole entire fucking place is fucking ransacked. There's nothing in the barn.
I know.
Shing. Alright, this place is on fire, man. It's cooking good. It's burning.
I'm gonna go upstairs and jump out the window.
Oh, you can try that too? Okay, sure. Roll up and you turn and see that, he's gone, so you just assume he went out the window as well. And you run up the stairs. There's the window there, and give me a Constitution, see if you can squeeze your way through there.
You want Constitution or X?
Constitution. I know you can get to the window. Constitution is you forcing your way through it, because it's too small for you guys to really fit through.
Ooh.
Oh shit, boy.
Yeah.
I fucking loot myself up, boy. That's it.
Natural 20?
Yeah,
Spinning
that's
all
on
over
it.
himself.
Alrighty, so
Shine.
you see it, and you're like a small Mexican guy, and you're like, fuck it, if he could do it with a doll, I could surely do it. And you run up, and you just fucking like slide your way through. You just, and you're able to squeeze through pretty easily, and you fall to the ground. And as you squeeze through, you kind of lower yourself down, and then you drop, and you're able to land without any damage. All right. Now you guys didn't see either of them leave. You're kind of just like standing. You're looking for this shadow creature, and you're in a room by yourself. But the flames are building now. This place is really on fire. Like the beams, the balcony, everything just seems to have caught
and
fire.
higher.
The door is very on fire now.
Very on fire.
Like the whole door's on fire at this point,
Alright.
charring up.
Super
I'm gonna
lit.
move to the opposite side of what's on fire.
Sure.
Obviously.
The kind of the side he went up, the stair side,
Yeah.
is not on fire, but it's spreading towards that way. I mean, but it's
And I just want to get low so the smoke doesn't choke me out.
smart.
I just want to lay down actually, because then I have no shadow either.
That's
Okay.
That's what I was going to do. Just go prone.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You move to the other side, and you kind of lay down, and you on the you exit the room, and as you're exiting, you notice the flames have like engulfed the entire side that you're on.
Scurry away.
You want to run through?
No.
Because you're kind of trapped in this room now, because the flames are kind of covering the door a bit.
Like even the exit?
Like your exit to the room you're in, because yours is under that balcony.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm still in
with
the
the
room.
stairs. Yeah, or with the ladder, I mean. And you're on the ladder side, so
Yeah, I'm gonna try and crawl underneath, like fucking.
under the flames and stuff. Alright. Give me a, I don't even know what to roll for that. What is that? Probably dexterity? So you can't prone your way through pretty good.
17 plus 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you get low under the flames, and you're able to just get low and get underneath it. You just crawl to the middle of the room, and you notice just over on the other side where there's like kind of no fire as of now. This dude's just laying there.
Crawl up to him and be like, "What's up, Jamie?"
It's Jesse.
I'm sorry, man. What's up, Jesse?
I'm gonna just say we just wait for this barn to burn a little bit more, and then we just try to fucking jump through this shit.
You want to have a running start at this fucking door here in a little bit?
That's the plan.
If we don't get stabbed by Shadow Man.
I think we're good for now. Safe at the moment.
Right.
Right. Yeah, this place is illuminated as hell because there's so much fire. I mean, there's pretty much no shadows around you because it's so bright. So, you guys are pretty much in the clear as far as you can tell. But yeah, I mean, it's getting smoky.
If I could, I say wall.
Well,
Everybody's had a lot of
the
bad
back
luck.
wall?
No, the wall's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think everybody's had a lot of bad luck going for the door. Let's go for the wall, dude. Nobody's tried the wall yet.
So I was looking. I was the wall looking.
Very on fire. You want to do a perception check, see if you can gauge how strong the wood is,
Weak points.
based on some wisdom.
I'm the wisest kid in the town. 14.
Okay. So, wisest kid in town looks over the wall and notices, yeah, it looks like there's some weak points where the fire is kind of like really strong. You can kind of see some daylight through the cracks of like where the wood was built on. It looks like it's kind of wearing right there. You can also see a couple of cross beams that have like cracked and fallen down sideways.
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Okay. We cut to outside. You made your landing. Are you gonna just walk around the building?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk around the building and you realize about 20 feet away from the front door, the sliding door, is of course the 4 people that you recognize and 3 people you don't recognize. One of them 6'6", like towering over people, very tall. He's very strong looking. But yeah, these are 3 people you don't recognize.
Wait, who's the one that I recognize?
The 4 that you recognize being
Oh,
Adiran.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
You don't recognize any of the new guys.
Okay,
And you
gotcha.
see that they have drove a black Hummer, which is still on and running, and just sitting there.
Who might you guys be?
Okay, so you approach. Alright, and they notice you as well, and you notice him as he approaches and says, "Who might you guys be?" No. Okay. The salt and peppery haired guy, wearing a very like a nice like green jacket, some dark blue jeans, some black Converse. He's and he's got like a shirt on under, just like a plain colored shirt. And he's got salt and peppery hair, and he's like, we just approached and see that you guys might be in some peril. We tried to help, but that door is stuck.
Well, did Mr. T over here help out? Or was this the scrawny guy that I'm talking to?
Yeah, not the scrawny guy. He's the normal.
Okay.
The scrawny guy is like really scrawny.
Gotcha. So I'm like, Mr. T couldn't pull open that door for you?
What the fuck you just say to me?
Jesus. You heard me.
I don't need you talking down to me.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just disregard them. Like, hey, Adiran, let's try to pull this door open one more time, just me and you.
Just the 2 of us.
I kind of I dismissed the other.
Big boy.
Who's that directed at?
Mr. T himself.
Mr. T guy. Okay.
My fine sir, what is your name?
And he like looks at you very weirdly. This motherfucker talking to me.
That's how he talks, man.
Oh, yes I am. Melino really likes you.
And Patrick's like, yo man, like knock it off, man. Like we do not have time for you to be with your bullshit, okay?
Listen, Patrick. Listen. Don't be jealous. Melina also loves you as well. Listen, what is your name?
He's like, this is Patrick talking to you.
Oh,
Yeah, Patrick, like he's like, enough! We don't have time for this shit right now. We need to get them out of there right now. We still got 2 guys in there.
Well, let's ask 5'6" Squirrely Dan over here. If
Who's 5'6"?
I'm 5'6" for sure.
the one guy, the guy with the scruffy beard, is he 5'8"? Or did you say?
He was like 5'10". I was like,
Well, let's ask this fine sir if he could take his Hummer and drive it through the front door.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
okay.
I wanna. Yeah, I wanna go to the dude who owns the Hummer and intimidate him.
Into driving this number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
What do you want to say before you roll?
I'm gonna be like, hey man, our friends are in there and they're about to fucking die, so you better fucking let us, or else I'm gonna fucking stab you.
That's intimidating as shit.
Let us what?
You let us take your Hummer, or else I'm gonna fucking stab you.
Okay.
But
Listen, Blanco.
no, let me.
No, he's already rolling. He's rolling. He said his intimidation. Now you need to roll for it.
5. Fuck me.
And you say that to him, and like the really tall Mr. T looking black guy kind of like fucking like steps in between you guys. He's like, "What the fuck did you just say to him?
Mr. T, listen to me.
Stop calling me motherfucking Mr. T!"
I'm gonna do insane right fucking now.
Okay. Sorry, I need to look it up.
Mr. T, listen to me.
It's 30% chance.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing that right meow.
All right.
Um,
So you're gonna take your percent dial.
Yeah.
Your percent dial is gonna be 10-sided. It has a 0, 0, a 40, a 60.
okay.
You need to roll a 0, 0, a 10, a 20, or a 20. No. 0, 0 is 100. Sorry.
I guess-
You need a 10, a 20, or a 30.
Or do you want to do? You can do percent dies with both of them too. So your 10 will roll for your single spot, and then this will roll for your 10 spot. You can do that
Okay,
way
yeah.
too.
Use them both. Both your diamond-looking ones. Not your 8-sided. Roll them both and tell me what you
So
get.
then so your D10 will be your singles number, and then this one will be your tens number.
A D10? Is it this one? How's it 12?
They both look like
Oh, is that
diamonds.
one?
Yeah, they both look the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one will have.
One has a 20, a 30, a 40, and then the other one is single. Take those two numbers and we'll show you how to. So that's your 0, 0. So that could be.
That's 100.
Yeah, that's 100. You did not roll your 30%. You rolled a 100.
Wait, it's not in the top 30? 7,
No,
70
it's
to
in the
100?
bottom 30. So you use insane, and he does not. He just ignores you, and he tenses up and gets his fists ready. He's like ready to beat the shit out of all of you. He's just like.
Mr. T looking ass.
I think I'm right here, dude.
He was like, "Fucking call me Mr. T one more motherfucking time."
Okay.
Mr. T.
Well then,
When you try and charge them out, I guess.
just
Hasn't
Just help us try to get this door open. That's all we ask, and then we will talk about this later.
And the guy comes from around him. He's like, "Now, Tank, calm down. We're just going to
Sweet.
assist them. We're going to assist them to the best of our abilities. We already tried to pull the door open, and we're not going to drive the vehicle into it. What is your suggestion?"
We tried to pull it one last time. Actually, can I do it? Can I do a strength check to like try to go through the wall?
Like run through the wall?
Like run through the wall, like
the side of the wall?
No, where it's on fire, like the door.
The door?
Yeah.
You can give it. You just want to strengthen it by yourself?
Well, guys, we should just all run it at the same time. And Blanco here should kangaroo so
Yeah, I guess, sure.
Alrighty. So, yeah, they all seem pretty okay with helping. So everyone except for Kelly and the nerdy guy. They're the only two that don't want to help.
the nerdy guy, which is part of the Humvee.
Part of the Humpy crew.
Gotcha.
Plaid shirt. Alrighty. So I'm rolling for
Straight right.
my 2. Okay, I'm rolling 4. And then yeah, you're gonna kangaroo it. Alright, let's see if you guys can't do this.
Let's go.
Wow. Wow. Those were some damn good rolls, every one of
I
them.
had 18.
18, what'd you get? 4. Alrighty. Well, you guys all charge up and get ready and you sprint towards the door. Now, we cut to you guys. You guys.
Yeah.
You want to make your run for your wall?
Tell them what I'm gonna get
Sure.
first. Yeah, like, hey. Same for that spot where the tweet.
I will look around real quick for, you mentioned saddles or like the leather saddles, right?
I didn't mention them, but you can
So
assume.
like leather sets or whatever, like, just like,
No, I didn't. I never said leather. But go on. You want to look for a saddle?
yes.
Okay. Give me a search check.
Take 10.
You want to take 10? All right. So you look over what are they called? It's over the troughs and into the stalls. And as you're looking, you notice like some ropes that were like maybe used for tying them up, but you don't see any saddles.
Pop. Nothing I can use to like brace.
Put between you and
The flames, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do.
Ideal.
Nothing that you. Yeah, no, not really. Nothing big enough to like use as like a shield between you and the door.
Ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. Give me some rolls. Give me some strength
Charge.
rolls.
Rolling with our
Shoulder up. Is that it? Wow. Oh my god.
What was it? A 1 and a wait, what,
5. A 1 and a 5. Okay.
If
So
it makes you feel right, I would have had 5 too if I wasn't the one.
alrighty. So you both get up and you're like, let's do it, and you take off towards this wall. As you're running towards this wall, Chandler, you like fucking trip kind of. You stumble and you hit the wall. Like you stumble into it and like you hit it, and the flames like brush up on you. You don't take any damage, but the wall does not move at all. For you, you see him stumble ahead of you as you're trying to run behind him. You notice as a giant shadow hand
Oh, God damn
grabs
it.
hold of you and throws you into the door that they were, the door. 4, 2 damage. It fucking picks you up and you just lose complete control of your body as you get thrusted across the entire room and you hit the door.
At least it's still hit the door with force.
Yeah. And then, as you hit the door, bam, you fall to the ground and you look up and you see as this like shadow hand kind of like starts to like dissipate. It doesn't like move away. It's like dissipating as the light kind of like is burning it away because it like revealed itself. And as you see that, all of a sudden, we cut to you guys as you all shoulder check the door and you kangaroo into it. Bam!
God.
The door falls in. And you notice as it falls on top of you. Roll reflex.
Are you shitting me? Nine.
9. All right. You see it's the door, and you try to get up. You're kind of winded because you just got thrown against the door, and you're crawling, and you get just out of. The door falls and lands on your back. The only thing that isn't revealed or the only thing that's sticking out from the door is your head and your arms as it crushes your back and your legs. For 1 damage. Jesus Christ. But yeah, and then on top of that, like all these people have fallen on top of you and they've landed on top of you. You're just being crushed by the door.
See, I told you we could do it, guys. Good job.
I wanna.
Oh shit!
I want to roll off the door as fast as I can. Do we see him underneath us, right?
No, you don't immediately.
Yeah, you start yelling. I see him, I assume, yeah.
Yeah, you like turn around, you saw all that happen as it just falls directly on Matt.
Fuck, guys!
Matt.
Get the door off of him!
But we just put it down.
It's on top of William!
Oh, fuck.
And I run over like on his side, try to like lift it.
All right, and all these people are like kind of they're stepping on the door, which is crushing you even more as they try to crawl off, and they get to the other side, and all of them go to lift at the same time. Give me some strength, guys. Except you. I guess you could try and push up.
I'm gonna push up, dude. I did it earlier. I shouldn't have.
What'd you get? 17. Ooh, 17.
21.
21.
Should we
You
use
didn't-
that?
not roll.
6. I did.
Oh, 6. What'd you
rolled.
roll? It's definitely within. I rolled some
I
damage.
gotta reroll that shit.
What'd you get?
I didn't count.
Oh, that's a 6.
Well, he rolled it on the floor and I tossed it to him and it was a 19.
So
Either way,
I got eight.
You're fine because everyone rolled pretty good here except for you. And everyone kind of lifts, and one person just kind of like reaches down and person next to you and they grab you by your shirt and drag you out as you like slide out. And everyone drops the door as he comes clear because it's a very heavy door.
Thanks, guys.
What's your health?
6.
Oh, you're actually pretty good for being thrown across a room with a
Bro,
door
I'm
full
at
of money.
3.
One out of the barn.
So
Get him out
I
of
have,
there,
I
obviously.
have a question about so my constitution. Right? Can I heal people with constitution?
No, Constitution applies to your health, and it applies to Constitution fortitude saves. So what Constitution does for you is like if you are poisoned, you can roll a Constitution or a Fortitude save to basically combat the poison in your body. Or if you're burned,
Self stuff.
exactly. It's all about self.
Constitution is yourself.
Fatigue, all that shit.
Exactly. If you're
Your
hungry,
willpower.
like if you get really hungry, for instance, or if you're really tired, you push through it. You can roll fortitude saves to push through stuff like that. Which is why when you guys wanted to squeeze through a window that you couldn't technically fit through, you had to fortitude it so you could contort your body to get through, essentially.
Okay.
So that's kind of how fortitude works, and it helps with your HP as well. Yeah, you wanted to run out, you said, right?
Yeah, just everyone run out the barn as soon as we get him out.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll like pick him up and drag him out of the barn.
Alright.
Thanks.
Yeah, someone helps you, and maybe Patrick helps lift him, and you guys all exit the barn. You want to leave, I imagine, as well.
I go everywhere Patrick goes.
So everyone kind of gets out, and you get pretty decently far away from the barn.
I assume I
and
still
this-
have my sword.
Hmm?
Do I still have my sword?
Yeah,
Tight.
you have everything you had on you when you went in, except your pail. You got rid of that. But yeah, so you guys all you exit, and you get pretty far, maybe kind of close to the Hummer to get away from the burning building, which is very high burning. And yeah, you're pretty messed up. You get set down next to the Hummer, like they lean you up against it because you're.
I'm touching a hammer.
And yeah, the guy's like, well, I am so happy that we could get you out of there. I'm sorry about dropping a door on you.
Oh,
That
it's
was
fine.
completely unintentional.
That's life, man. Just kind of fucking comes out of nowhere.
He's like, yes, I mean, I've got some like painkillers in my car if you would like some.
I would love some.
And he sends the nerd around. The nerd like gets in the glove box, brings around some pain pills,
Yeah, we
Opens
have
it.
one of those too.
and he's like, oh, are you injured?
I like shit on my fucking hand.
Wait.
Oh,
Who
man.
are you?
You're gonna need some medical attention. Simon, would you help him? And yeah, like the nerdy guy walks over to you. And he's like, hi, let me see the wound. Okay, then he takes off and he starts bandaging you up a bit. Gives you some painkillers. Get +3 health.
Can I show him the bullet hole in my arm too?
Yeah, absolutely. He's like, oh man, we'll need an actual medic to take care of you.
Nah, I'll be fine. Just
Wait,
need some
And yeah,
ibuprofen.
then he throws the bottle over to the English-speaking guy, and he's like, all right, here's your medicine. Hopefully that will help with some of the pain.
Do you have any whiskey?
No whiskey.
Oh. Alright. Take it dry.
Yeah, take it dry, and yeah, it gives you 3 health.
I
As
have
well.
to buy my ibuprofen because I don't know how to swallow pills.
Well, they're not ibuprofen, aren't they painkillers?
Oh, ask for ibuprofen.
Yeah, I'm just like, who
You're
are
gonna
you
use
people?
anti-inflammatory on a cut?
And you ask to who and anyone specifically.
English guy, I guess.
Okay. And he's like, oh, well, my name is Benedict. A lot of people call me Benny for short. And this is Tank. And this other gentleman over here is Simon. Simon is our technology guru. He's very smart with that stuff. Yeah, we are from a town just east of here called Bridgeville. But we actually just came out. There was a seismic activity towards Hilltown. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying these like you guys just know what these places are. There's a town west of here, and we've scavenged it multiple times, and we were going to head there and see what the seismic activity was, and do a little bit of investigation. We're a scouting team for Bridgeville. We bring back food, supplies, and investigate things that we don't know, what's going on. So we were going to investigate the seismic activity in Hilltown.
Well, Benedict, you don't gotta worry, because I'm from California, so I do know these places.
Oh, do
Oh,
you?
the guy in California, dude.
And-
Where in California are you from?
You don't talk like you're from
Francisco.
California.
Oh, San Francisco. Beautiful place. Very flooded
Still? Okay.
now. It's kind of underwater. I mean, it's very hilly, so some of the places are very still visible. But the Golden Gate Bridge. It's pretty much the water is up to it now. The ocean level is very high. I don't know if you've been back recently, but
Have not.
definitely not a habitable city anymore. Bridgeville is inland more, so we're able to kind of bridge off from the water.
We were actually on our way to Bridgeville, and we actually did come from Hilltown.
Oh,
Uh,
Hilltown. When were you last there?
like maybe
Yesterday.
A day ago.
Yeah, it was a day ago.
Oh, a
About
day
a day
ago.
ago, yeah.
Oh, the seismic
18
activity
hours,
actually happened about, I would say, 4 hours ago now.
Yeah, we probably
Well,
noticed what that seismic activity was about. Or not like about, but
We definitely felt it. That's
yeah,
for sure.
and
Oh,
saw
did you?
It.
We did.
Definitely
Did
saw
we?
a lot of smoke or something.
Smoke.
Smoke, dust,
Oh.
cloud.
Do you know
Clout.
what it's from?
No, we were pretty far away at that point.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that means we must be on our ways to still investigate this. We want to, of course, know all the answers.
Did see a big thing on the way to.
Like,
A big thing.
yeah, like a tortoise, but with, like tentacles.
A tortoise with tentacles.
It was
Monstrous.
colossal.
You must be talking about the Titans.
Colossal.
Yes, Titans. They're like four-legged creatures with a mini tentacle.
Something like that.
Simon.
And he like looks at you very freaked out. Like, yes.
Were you in a bunker as well?
I live in a town, not a bunker.
Who are you?
Uh,
What have you been doing for the past 11 years?
and he like gives you a really weird look and continues bandaging you up and like then like finishes up, tapes it, and he like kind of like steps away from you because he's a little freaked out by talking to a ventriloquist doll.
I want to walk over to him and I want to put my arm on his shoulder. And I just want to stare at him. But can I do an intimidation check? Like, or.
You want to intimidate him that way?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You wanna,
Can I use,
it's charisma. The,
12 plus dex, 16.
oh yeah. So you walk over and you put your hand on him, and he looks.
Wait, 12 plus dex?
No, charisma. It's
Oh,
charisma.
charisma.
You still have high charisma.
I just got 1, so 13.
13. Okay. Well, you walk over and you place your hand on his shoulder, and he like is kind of intimidated by you, and like just kind of like looks down and like tries to like nudge his shoulder away from you, and like Benedict over talking to you guys doesn't even notice that this is going
So
on.
can I see him or?
You guys are in conversation with Benedict, so you don't really know. You notice it because he just starts talking to Simon, and you're like.
Well, I mean, it's
noticing it.
kind of, it's not out of the blue for him at all.
Yeah, it's not
It
weird
just-
for you.
yeah.
You're just like, that's him.
Yeah, it's like, alright. So, I'm just trying to think. I'm like, who the fuck closed the door on us, and what was that flame?
You're thinking that or saying it?
Yeah, I'm thinking of it. Like, I'm just like, because they're in conversation.
Sure.
I want to ask Benedict about the Titans,
Sure.
what they are. Yes, if he knows.
Oh, the Titans. The Titans, well, they came out when all the other creatures come out of the gate, of course.
The gate. What gate?
And when?
Oh, a lot of questions. Seems like you guys kind of don't know what's going on here, do you?
Not a clue.
No, it's only 2 questions. That's not a lot.
Okay. But anyway, the gates that opened 12 years ago. It opened in the middle of Nevada. You don't remember?
I sure don't. I don't know. I was probably sleeping.
We seem to have a touch of amnesia, maybe.
Touch of amnesia. The gate opened some 12 years ago in the ground. Then of course the creatures came. The creatures, you know, like you've got the Hellions, you've got the Titans.
What are the Hellions?
Hellions. Oh man, what have you guys like been underground for 12 years? You don't know about these creatures?
No, I've just only seen Titans everywhere I go.
Oh, well, sure. The Hellions, they're creatures that they look like little dogs, maybe dogs. They're like fleshy pink creatures with very long tails, and their heads are like giant mouths.
Yes.
Wait
yes,
a
you're
minute.
right, you're right.
I've
We just,
seen
we
a
just don't. Yeah,
hell
we just
yeah.
don't call them that. We got a different name for them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We call them pink monkeys.
Pink monkeys. That's a hilarious name. No, they're Hellions is what we call them.
Okay.
It's a lot cuter the way we say it.
Sure, sure. They're not cute creatures at all, though. They're very
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we know.
You just
Well, especially
add a hint of
this
humor.
guy.
You like to add a hint of humor to your.
Keep these dark days, you know,
Tragedies,
cool, right?
yes.
No, you guys are interesting.
Tried to domesticate one time.
Yeah, our friend here almost lost his like hand. Just about.
Oh yes. How did you escape it? Did you just run away?
No, I just got shot in the arm, and then yeah.
I hooked it off of him.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you just threw it and ran.
Yeah.
Smart.
So, you said you
Thank
guys
you.
were on a scouting mission.
A scouting, of course. Yes, we needed to check out Hilltown from the seismic activity, and actually, we have to go now. We're going to have to investigate that.
How far are we from
Bridgeville.
Bridgeville?
Bridgeville. Another 15 miles, maybe.
Can we,
Give or take.
Can we possibly hitch a ride with you guys?
Back
Well,
to
back
what?
to-
We're going to Hilltown.
Oh, okay.
You could hitch a ride with us, and we could bring you back to Bridgeville. But we need to investigate Hilltown first and see what the seismic activity is. That's important to us.
We're
because
kind of like injured here. So like my cut as well.
Your cut. Sure, of course. Maybe if you want to hang out here for the next couple hours, we should be passing by around nightfall.
Why don't we just stick to the road, and then when you pass us in a couple hours, as we're walking, you just pick us up.
That would work for us.
That seems the most efficient to me.
Sure, sure. Of course. Well then, yes, maybe that's what we'll do. If you just want to head, literally, this is 9, Highway 9, and it'll go directly through to Bridgeville. So just follow the highway, and you will approach a very large gates. It's a gated-off city. We've built the gates over the past, of course, 12 years, trying to make it pretty secure. And yeah, if you would like to just approach those gates, if you get there before us, of course, just tell them that you met Benedict, Tank, and Simon, and that we give you our blessing to enter. Of course, but we must be going now. Good luck on your travels. Be safe. I see you have a sword. What are the rest of you carrying? Do you have weapons?
Yeah.
I show him my spatula.
You're using a spatula? Don't want to insult you. You're probably very talented at using that as a weapon. But how about we have a couple of extra weapons. If you guys would like, we could give those to you for your travels.
Might help.
Be very nice of you.
Sure, sure. Okay. Just a moment. Come around and we'll give you.
Your boy Simon patch me up while you're getting those.
Yes, absolutely, Simon. And he looks over and sees your kind of like hand is on Simon. And he's like, and Simon's like very awkward. And he's like, Simon, if you would patch this man up, please. Simon's like, okay. And he walks away from you and approaches you. You don't need a weapon. Do you need? No. What do you have on you? Nothing. Have you grabbed anything this whole time? Okay, so you have nothing. You have just the spatula. Just the spatula, and then you have nothing, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have a 6-shooter. So did you show him that?
No, I just told him, yeah, I have a weapon.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty much the only one that needs a weapon.
I have a cane. What's in my bag? I'm just chilling.
Oh yeah, you do have a cane because you got that from somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so you're pretty much the only one that needs a weapon.
Kelly and Felix are unarmed, right?
Yeah. He walks around to the back. Give me a roll. Just a d20, standard flat roll. This is gonna be based on what he gives you.
Oh no. 20! Let's go!
Okay.
Hell yeah.
He walks around and he opens like the trunk
So
of
they
the
have nothing like that
of
on
the
the door, remember?
or it's a door on a Hummer. He opens like the back hatch and he grabs out like a baseball bat. It has a ton of nails sticking out of it. And Felix approached with him, and Felix doesn't have a weapon. He's like, "Oh, sir, here you are. You can use this." And he gives it to Felix, and Felix is like, yeah, I played a baseball. I played a baseball character in a
course you
movie
did.
that I did once, so I've practiced with this a bit. He's like, fantastic. There you are. And then he turns to you and he's like, man, you are you more of a melee weapon kind of person, or are you more of a shooter? Like, would you rather like a
Well, I did serve in Afghanistan for 4 years, so definitely a bit of a shooter.
Sure. In here we actually have a weapon that none of us use because we're more into close range combat. I can only give you 15 ammunition if that's all right with you. And then he reaches in and like pulls out like this really long gun in like a bag. It's like in a bag. And he's like goes to unzip it. And he's like, here you are. It's a, and he like opens it. And he's like, it's a, well, like I said, don't know what model, but it's a military grade sniper rifle. He hands it to you, and it's like fucking like beautiful, like fucking black, sleek with like a scope on it.
Damn.
For like super long distance shooting. And of course he gave you the bag to carry with it, but he can only give you 15 bullets. But it's a very nice sniper rifle.
Damn. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry for being a dick to you earlier and I threw him $100.
Is this what you've been using?
Wait, what?
It's pretty warm on me, but dude,
This is cash. This is US dollars.
Yeah, I'm aware.
No one trades these anymore.
What do you use? Rocks?
No, it's mostly food, ammunition,
cash.
supplies.
Hey man, it might come in handy someday. Maybe some sort of memorabilia type of thing. Good seller.
Well, thanks for the gesture. I'll keep it. Puts it in his pocket. He's like, we appreciate that you're here. Head back to Bridgeville and stay safe. And Simon's like, just gets done patching you up. Add 2 health.
Talk to Simon.
Alright, I want to
Patch
jump
me
on
up.
top of the car and 360 no scope his ass.
Do it, pussy.
I wanted to talk to Simon while he's patching me up and ask
So
him.
he's patching you up, gives you 2 health. What do you want to say to him?
So Benedict said you're the tech guy.
Yeah, I'm the tech guy.
What you study? I guess. What are your specialties?
Well, I guess when it comes to hacking and such, I put up the entire security grid on all of Bridgeville. I've pinpointed satellites that are still orbiting, and I was able to use those satellites to be able to look down into the Earth and see kind of like a Google map type thing, and see kind of where things are real time. I've figured out things such as putting up a type of communication radio based around our city. Yeah, and I mean stuff like that.
Impressive. You have to show me around when you get back. Bit of a hacker myself.
Oh, are you? That's very interesting. I've never really met anyone else that messes with computers. I was kind of like a whiz in high school, and then of course,
we all.
you know, that happened. And so,
How old are you, Simon?
Simon is 24. So actually, he was in middle school, not high school, because he was 12 years old.
Nice. Yeah, when you get back, we'll have to hang out and show me all your stuff you got going on.
Sure. I've actually kind of worked on some cool tech. Maybe I can give you something.
Yeah.
All right. He
I love it.
starts shuffling through his little satchel, and he pulls out this Palm Pilot type deal looking thing. He's like, I made it out of an old Samsung phone from the past. I guess is how we would put it. And what I did is I was able to program it to where you can emit noises or radio frequencies, so you could actually communicate with us if you need to. I've got one for myself, and you'll be able to talk to us, and you'll also be able to maybe see if there's creatures in the area, because it's like it senses their heat, and you'll be able to see how far away they are if you want to have that.
Of course.
Hands it to you.
Thanks, Simon.
You gain 1 Palm Pilot.
Put it in my pocket. Go back.
He's like, if you ever need to communicate with us, then just I mean, it works like a standard phone. You can just call us. All our numbers are kind of saved. Just on, radio channel 9 or 19. Standard.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll let you know if we get there or
then he's like, well, you're all patched up, and I'll see you back at Bridgeville.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. I'm gonna go now because I think Benny's ready to go.
Yes. See you, Simon.
And Tank has like been just kind of watching over the group, like making sure you guys aren't doing anything sketchy. And they close up the back, and everyone's kind of got their weapons. And
How much does my sniper do?
1d10. Anyway,
How much the short sword?
short sword does 1d6 damage.
Is it the same as the hook?
I think so. It's similar. But it's got more durability.
Melee, so like.
Yeah. So they're all loading up, and like he pulls out like a machete. Benny does. He walks over to Patrick. Hands to Patrick. He's like, for your travels, this might protect you. But we're off now. Just head, like I said, east on 9, and we'll see you later. He hops in. Simon hops in the passenger seat, and he like gets in the car, and he like takes his head out. He's like, "Be safe out there. Do be safe." Like head bobs you, closes the door,
You too.
throws it in reverse, and he waves to you, and Simon waves out the other window, and they back up, head west down 9.
Well, they were nice. Can't wait to get to Bridgeville. Seems like a pretty cool place.
I'm just like so stoked on my new gun. I don't know what these things are. What is it like to my knowledge?
You don't know shit about sniper rifles?
I don't know sniper
Is
rifles.
it the intervention from
Bear-
Modern Warfare 2?
It's the fucking black sniper rifle from Halo.
Oh, shit, the DSR?
What?
What else, DSR?
Can I walk off?
It's a DMR and
Daily sales report.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a
You
DMR.
kind of head
no,
off on your
DMR
own.
is not a sniper rifle.
I know, but what's the sniper rifle called?
I just want to be like, when I talk to the tech guy, and when they all talked to us, it seemed like they weren't in a bunker. Why? Why were we stuck inside that bunker? I just think it's rather odd.
Well,
He does have a point.
presumably we were all in the bunker because we had access to the bunker because there was an apocalypse coming, right? Like you guys got the warning that there was something gonna happen.
Which ones?
I
The rest
did.
of our group, like,
Okay.
confirm that if any of them ever got a warning about an apocalypse or anything.
I did have some sort of a warning.
How so? What's this warning that you guys are talking about? Like a notice that
Well, some fucking government men showed up and took me and Billy to a bunker.
But you had like a pass, right? Like you all know you had a pass.
I bought my way in, yes.
Like, you had one. You had one.
I was captured in my sleep, taken to this place that held against my will, pretty much.
Strange.
Patrick's like, yeah, man, I bought my way in. I bought tickets with my money.
And did you know, like, pre-hand what they were for? Did you know pre-hand what they were for?
What do you mean? Like,
Like, when you bought them, like, did you know that something was going down, that you needed this pass?
I didn't know. I bought them as like a joke,
As a joke.
as in like in fun.
Or, like, a-
You know what I mean? Like we're like,
Or like a
Like a
precaution?
12-year vacation?
no, like buying it and then like just to buy it really.
Okay.
And then like if it happened, like cool, but like
Yeah,
then
as
like
as a precaution, basically. Not that you really believe that
it
it would
was
happen.
a very drunken buy.
yeah, I'd agree with that. Like straight up, like, I think I bought mine like as a precaution. Like, I knew that like something could happen, like, but like I didn't know that something was gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with you guys, all right? Before all this, I was an arms dealer. I used to move guns, right? I kind of like ran like an empire of moving weapons. mean, I was selling to the cartel. I was selling to I don't know, the Chinese mafia. I mean, I was moving guns for everyone. And you know, I've supplied a few people overseas. I'll own that. I'm not proud of it, but that's what I did. So like, for you to know, like that's what I did. And like, so I had some money, and that's kind of like just what I did. You know, like it was kind of like I had like a security team, of course. You know, a security team to keep me safe. They want to keep me safe. They informed me of this stuff. Told me there's a bunker. I bought a ticket, and that's kind of how it went. You know what I mean? Like that's how I got in.
What people did you work for in Mexico, Patrick?
Well, I never said I worked in Mexico. I actually trafficked most of my weapons, ironically, out of Chicago. Saying Chicago was a gunless city.
I like to bluff check him.
Sure.
9 + 3 12.
You can't tell. It doesn't look like he's lying. It looks like he's kind of like bearing his heart to you, bearing his soul, like giving you the honest truth. So.
That's cool, Patrick. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna hold anything against you. It doesn't matter now. Obviously, the world's kind of in disorder.
Yeah.
But thanks for sharing. You know, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But presumably, from what I knew before I entered the bunker, was that there was going to be some kind of apocalypse, and that's what these bunkers were for. You know, and only certain people could get in. Obviously, if you had money or whatever, you know, you had a way in. Most people had a way in if they had money or connections or something like that. So to answer your question about, you know, why did it seem like they were in a bunker, because maybe they weren't in a bunker. Maybe they were still out here when this apocalypse took place. You know, maybe they've just been surviving since then for these last 12 years. That would be my assumption anyways.
So, do you not remember going into the bunker, or?
I have no idea. All I know is Patrick's got the real guns. I say let's go to Bridgetown.
Sounds like a pretty cool place. Pretty excited actually. I'm gonna check out all the stuff they got going.
I don't know if I can trust these people though.
Wow, they just armed us with weapons and literally like told us they'd let us in.
Then you hear in your head, "It's a trick."
You guys know that we don't know these people.
I mean, I trust them enough. They provided us weapons. They gave us details. He gave him whatever that thing was.
It's like a communications device, so I can like call him.
Yeah.
Text him right now.
I think we definitely need to blend in with the crowd, though, seeing as how
Well,
they caught a hunch that, you know, we haven't been outside in 12 years.
how old is Adirin? You know, you got your like worries or whatever. I just gave him a sniper rifle. Once we get in sight of this, you know, place, he can scout it out with his scope, see if it looks fishy. Maybe find some high ground, you know, so we can. He said they have a wall. You can see over the wall. Will that put your mind at ease at least?
Not at all. Melina doesn't agree with any of you.
Melina's not real, Adirin.
Jesse, listen. Is anything real?
I mean, I guess it's up for debate in the order the world's in currently, but
I guess. So I don't walk away and I don't talk to Melina for a second.
Turn around. They see you obviously turn around and start talking to Melina.
Melina, I think that we should go to Bridgeport.
In
No,
Chicago?
Bridgeville.
There you go.
It seems our friends trust these people. Why can't we?
They aren't your friends.
These people weren't my friends at first, but they like both of us.
The only one that matters is you and I.
But you love Patrick.
You love Patrick.
what about the amazing Blanco?
You are getting weak.
No. I think I'm getting stronger. Melina, please. We have to go. Can we at least just talk to Patrick?
And she just ignores you at this point. She doesn't respond.
Melina, please talk to me.
And you can actually kind of hear him like begging from a like he walked away, but you can hear him going like, please. And she ignores you. She doesn't respond.
Patrick, can you check up on him?
Nah, man. Just leave him.
Rough. But he's your lover, Patrick.
He's got to sort this out for himself, yo.
Hey, Deerin, we're gonna start walking. That's okay.
Okay.
Everyone's in agreement.
You guys walk. I need to sit here and just find my inner chi.
Well, we're not gonna leave you in the dust.
It's okay. I'll catch up.
Alright.
Continue on or stay?
Start walking.
Alrighty. Guess you're the only one staying behind.
Or the guys will pick him up on the way back, I guess.
Maybe so. Alrighty, you guys all hit the road, and yeah, you start walking. East, and yeah, you sit there alone, trying to like kind of talk to Melina, but she's just not responding. And after a couple hours of walking, yeah, Melina never responds. Is there anything else you want to do while you're waiting? It's been like 3 hours at this point.
I just want to walk along the road. I just want to walk to the road and just sit down.
Okay. I mean, you've been chilling for like 2-3 hours, so now you head to the road and you sit down. Then we cut to you guys. You guys have actually gone out of distance. Like, you don't see him anymore because you've walked. You know, it's been 2 hours. You've probably walked at least half of the distance, if not a little bit further. You're getting close. And in the distance, actually, you probably worked more than that. It's about a 16-mile trek, and you can see maybe 3 miles ahead the build, like the wall. You can see it. And it's getting evening, like 5-6 p.m. at this point. It's getting a little late, and yeah, you can see in the distance this giant wall that kind of spans, like, looks kind of never-ending from where you're at. And all of a sudden, you hear from your pocket. No, you hear, Base. We need to talk to Base. Then you hear, this is Base responding. And then you hear Benny's voice again. He's like, there's Hilltown. It's gone. Hilltown is gone. It's fallen into the ocean. It's gone. And that is where we will end episode 3.